He can't deny. Used to have an RV full of case file stacks, map full of mysteries. Thumbtack, hear the hum of the tires, feel the pull of the strings. Where the lights in the woods get real deranged. Open your brain holes where the truth explodes, and hunker on down for a trip on the GCD high Witness Road. He's riding down the high swirling round. CIA bots shouting, "Who killed Bill Colby?" JJ just laughs and cranks the sound. Where the timeline's bend and the truth gets loud, and the moon looks wrong behind a wandering cloud. If the vampires strike, well, that's just how it goes. He's riding down the high weirdness road, where impossible things are. From hidden hollers on a foggy night to the America's wasteland, heartland. JJ Vance on the high weirdness road. He's rolling down the high weirdness road, chasing every phantom the archives hold. Truth gets strange, but he won't let go. JJ Vance on the high weirdness road. Yeah, JJ Vance on the high weirdness road.
Operation GCD with an Appalachian grin. Adventures and shenanigans, we're diving right in.
Howdy, folks. You're Double J back here coming at you live. Stay dangerous, America. Anyhow, your host of Operation GCD here, JJ Vance, that is, not the vice president, I repeat, not the vice president, part-time vampire hunter. Anyhow, folks of the interwebs, welcome back. We'll be your pilot and navigator for tonight's shenanigan-infused journeys into the mind of this particular garbage can dude. And I'm not going to lie to you folks of the interwebs, got a real barn burner here on deck for y'all tonight. An occult and or esoteric review of the 1978 cinematic masterpiece starring Chevy Chase. His introduction into being a Hollywood star, in fact, and Goldie Hawn. Foul Play, which is a tale about an assassination plot about a pope made by folks who were seemingly connected to the assassination of the Pope a few months later there in 1978. That is Bob Cocaine Evans and his boss, Charles Bluedhorn, who was a business partner of the Vatican Bank and somehow made a movie about a Pope getting assassinated months prior. So I find that a bit high weirdness, if you will. Anyhow, got a real barn burner here on deck. Got a number of folks here joining us tonight, including Clint Eastwood. Welcome back to Operation GCD, sir, for your first time.
Yeah, I'm just recovering from hitting a bunch of hash.
Nice.
Chill out.
When was the first time you'd seen this film tonight here, Foul Play?
I think I had seen it in the early 2000s, but then for some reason, I already had the movie and I watched it again, and then I remember I didn't really know about that Pope part right after.
Yeah, dude. John Paul I dies there, connected to the Vatican bank scandal there unexpectedly in September of '78, and then we get this film is released in July of '78, and it's about the assassination of the Pope.
Pretty wild.
Right? The year of the three popes, dude. There was 3 different popes that year. That's a good. There you go, sir. Thank you, HB. That's this guy knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's super high weirdness. I did you enjoy? What was the biggest thing that stuck out to you here when you rewatched the film?
Well, I guess just the old time feel of stuff.
Yeah, the retro San Francisco was pretty cool, right? Back when it wasn't turds on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
And crime everywhere.
The old cars.
Bums banging out behind the restroom near the bison pen there in Golden Gate Park. Seen that too. Back before the town got real stabby, right? Looked like a nice town. I enjoyed the way the film was definitely shot. And one of the things that stuck out to me was just the overt nature of the high weirdness surrounding the Pope's death a couple months later here, or 3 months later, or almost 3 months, 2.5 months later. And again, with we did The Godfather 3 before here, sir, and that whole storyline of Michael Corleone, they're connected to they have the Pope dying there, and it's shadows the Vatican bank scandal surrounding it. And Michael Corleone's character's in business with the Vatican at the time. Well, that was actually Charles Bluedorn. That was the true kind of actions of Charles Bluedorn there. So, do you think we see some interesting high weirdness in this film, and besides just the flying dwarfs and other wizardries we see here with some strange characters of that albino ghost fella? Isn't that right there? Todd the Wizard, how you doing, sir? Welcome back to Operation GCD for your first time.
Man, I am fantastic, and it's so good to be back here. Great movie to review. I love coming on doing these with you guys. We watched it for the first time in a long time. I appreciate you having us on here, JJ. Thank you, buddy. And I did a little bit of research on it, but not a ton, because I've been doing them directors. As soon as you deep dive into the director, you go right to Bob Cocaine Evans. And there's Evan. He got his start selling the script to Bob Cocaine Evans. Oh, shit. So then you go, okay, well, who's his daddy? Who's his parents? And man, when you try to look up the father's name, they've got all these. There's so many of the father's name about the director of the movie.
Yeah.
I saw the
Colin
chat
Higgins
was already on.
He died in
Colin Higgins.
1988, dude. I didn't get that far into the Colin Higgins factor to see what the circumstances were around his death. That's interesting.
Yeah, I saw the chat was on fire before your show even started, giving all the details about Colin Higgins, bunch of historical details. Lived to be 47. That's a magical number. 11.
Numerology number. I keep
11. So boom, there's our 11. But died of AIDS and HIV. Probably protesting, trying to raise awareness. Probably.
Did he die of the ACT version, or did he die of the actual AIDS stuff?
Oh, it's hard to say. I didn't go that deep to find out what happened there. But
I expect you to call us pharmacist, sir.
Didn't live very long. The director, he didn't live very long.
That's what I'm saying. He must have been a young man. Look at his actual age. What was the first thing? So you've obviously seen this film before, as you were saying. This was kind of Chevy Chase's entrance into the A-list crowd of Hollywood. Yeah,
looking at this movie, the first thing that struck me, I'm like, this is literally the first movie where they sold America to Chevy Chase, because he did some crappy movies that didn't really show up on the radar, but not too many of them just before this one, and then he does this one, and it's a huge hit. And he's kind of a bumbling second-rate actor, comedian anyways. At the time, he just bumbles in, makes things fall. That was his view on role in Saturday Night Live. But not saying he didn't have funny moments and funny characters, but Chevy Chase was kind of, didn't bring as much stuff as say somebody like Dan Aykroyd or John Belushi. But
we'll have to look at some of his early acting credits because he really comes from a musician background, not a magician, sir, but a musician.
Yeah, and when you come from that kind of background, you don't think JJ, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, he's got an interesting kind of blue blood background, and then the other members of his band go on to form the band Steely Dan.
Yeah,
Chevy Chase.
Yeah,
that's quite the. I didn't know that. That's quite the. Wow. Yeah.
We had another guest, Sir Jonah, but he just dipped out again. There must be having some connection issues. So hopefully we'll be back with us soon. But I do appreciate both you gents here joining me here tonight to get a little GCD. Appreciate both you, all you folks of the interwebs there as well, joining us here tonight to get a little GCD. Now I learned a lot of these things by looking back and just taking a look at some films I liked in the past. As I've watched this for the first time as a child, and once I started being a big fan of Chevy Chase, I had to go check out the whole Chevy Chase catalog.
Mm-hmm.
This was obviously one of his, if not his first starring role, one of his first starring roles.
He had about 4 or 5 other movies, but they were crappy.
Yeah,
a second-rate comedy kind of stuff.
He started out in the psychedelic rock band in Boston, Massachusetts, which is some of the, that was before the Laurel Canyon scene. That's where a lot of the bands were coming up through Boston. Greenwich, Connecticut, even with Bob Dylan and whatnot, right? Some Bob Dylan. You know what I'm talking about.
I know and love Bob Dylan. Communicate with him on a regular basis. Sends me hate mail. No, I'm just teasing.
So it seems like this was he kind of left the band before the other members went and formed a larger band, right? It's kind of the new rock scene.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting. So if he doesn't make it as a musician, he can make it as a second-rate comedic actor.
Right. It says at one point in time, comedian Church toured in Boston and appeared on the ABC television special Preview hosted by actor Adam West.
Batman. Yeah.
Fucking Batman, dude.
Wow.
He's also married to John Lear's ex-wife.
The UFO guy?
The UFO guy, Bob Lazar's guy. Bob Lazar's guy.
Oh, that's too many. That's too many.
John, glad you can make it back here, sir. Welcome back to your Operation GCD, sir, for your first time.
Chameleon. Black, red, and green. Black, red, and green.
I think it's
Is it Christmas in Canada?
Chameleon, dude. This is Chameleon. Chameleon shirt. I mean, they were signed to a major label. They were with MGM.
You guys get hit by a fucking attack by Kurt Russell for saying Goldie Hawn had great tits in the pre-show. We're like, God damn, I don't know how to do my internet.
Oh no!
I saw that, dude.
Whoa! You crossed the line, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about the band Steely Dan. Y'all know Steely Dan?
Oh God, I know and can't stand Steely Dan. Or Steely Dan, I can't stand.
Yeah,
they do that stupid song.
Like, man, I want to hear more about Steely Dan, dude. Can you put some?
They do that stupid song that they play all the time. Hey, 19, we can talk it over, and we can work it out.
I don't know that.
Now
one,
Clint's getting attacked.
Please take me along. It's one of the worst songs ever made and played on the radio continuously. By the way, horrible.
I had this theory, right? Thinking about shit on. I'm gonna do a quick fucking tangent to start the show, but what if our
Goldie Hawn stands
for Ruby Ridge, right?
You talking about Muppet Goldie Hawn or regular Goldie Hawn?
No.
Yeah, which one do you like better, the Muppet?
Muppet tits or regular tits?
No, our channel. What if our channel is really Ruby Ridge and it's the fucking Japanese fucking sniper that's in the channel, bro?
Oh, I got you. I like that take. I enjoy that take. Did we lose Clint? My bad, Clint. Did we kick you out of there? My bad, buddy.
No, it was the camera.
Out. He's too fucking stoned.
I don't know what I'm doing over here.
Oh shit, Tara's in the channel? I haven't seen her on here for a while.
Who? Terrorists in the channel? What's going on?
Tara. I haven't seen her.
That's like yelling fire in the theater.
Dude,
That's like yelling fire in the theater.
I thought you were saying there was terrorists. I thought you were pulling a Goldie Hawn on me from the film.
Oh, I know.
Terrorists everywhere.
Like Chinese fire drill.
Well, that is the plot of the film. We do. I mean, I enjoyed the way
that's the exoteric version. You don't want to get into the esoteric. That's gonna be fucking fun.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of that here because we open up the film with introduction to an interesting scene where the cardinal there in San Francisco, the cloak diddler of Rome, they're from the Vatican, their representative, their governor. Essentially, that's a governor of a region for the Vatican. That's how I look at it. The Catholic Archbishop returns home, walks into a room, puts on a record.
Ching dong of the Catholic Church. One of their ching dongs.
There you go. Yep, they're ding dongs of the Catholic Church. So I agree.
They're Charlie Manson's.
No, well, it's interesting. So when he puts up, we see him get murked, right? But we see also there's a double dude. He's got a clone that murks him, right? That's an interesting.
Crazy. That's crazy. That part.
Well, before we get into all that, though, I mean, Todd will know because he grew up speaking the language. But do any of you know what Gloria Mundi or Gloria Mundi actually translates as?
No.
Glory of the world.
Moon dust.
Yeah, something like that.
That's all I get, but definitely that last name is.
So Goldie Hawn, that's right. I almost forgot to mention outside of her joke on her tits, Goldie Hawn's also the star of this film. Along with karate chopping Burgess Meredith. You didn't think karate chopping Burgess Meredith was fun to watch?
Those tits are no joke. I'm not even fucking lying. Like,
Brian Dennehy, dude, he needs a man's ear.
If they're no joke, then why are we laughing? Yeah.
So you talking about Brian Dennehy's tits? Dude, he needs a man's ear.
Wow, because you're fat.
We also get Dudley Moore. We get Tuesday Weld's husband in this film.
At least Dudley Moore showed his tits.
He was a freak, dude, but he's also married to a witch and probably a sex cult. So I think we met the real Dudley Moore in this film, is what I'm saying. His little sex dungeon he has.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. The British dude.
Yeah, that's Tuesday Weld's husband.
He would go on to become that stereotype in the movies, like in that movie Arthur. Lusting after Bo Derek. Oh, God, the whole movie of him just slobbering over Bo Derek. Married man cheating on his wife.
Just like we see the early machinations of the Chevy Chase character seen as Clark Griswold and Fled, right? Caddyshack, right? We see kind of the early Arthur character there with Dudley Moore, because that's like what, maybe 1980, I think.
Yeah, not long after.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even think about the kind of the esoteric namesake of some of these characters, but Gloria Mundi, huh?
Yeah, that Mundi, definitely something there. Again,
dude. Kurt Russell.
Damn it! The only man that can explain the Mundi thing, the Mundi connection for us, just got dropped off. Damn. Chat, tell us what the Mundi thing is.
I was too focused on flying dwarfs, dude. Assassination.
Mundi being Latin for world.
Husband. Didn't even catch any aspect of that. Brian Dennehy played a smaller role in this film, but he was pretty good. Him and Chevy Chase being the police detectives assigned to the case here of Goldie Hawn.
JJ, if you can get Brian Dennehy to be your police partner in a movie,
solid choice.
Solid. You can't get a more solid partner at that time back in the 70s. How many times has he played that role? You know.
Yeah, he definitely.
The strong police officer.
He seems to fit that role very well.
Sometimes he's on the corrupt side, like in Rambo, but in Rambo, he's just doing what he thinks is right for the town, you know.
In the movie, they had a weird albino character, kind of like that Ninth Gate.
Oh, love the weird albino in there.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And he kind of also reminded me of Ted Shackley, the ghost.
There you go, the blonde ghost.
Yeah, the blonde ghost. There you go.
Oh, spooky.
Welcome back.
You see his face.
Yeah, I don't know. What's going on? I'm doing or something on my phone now.
Did Burgess, the ghost of Burgess Meredith, perhaps karate chop you?
No, but
he was very karate choppy in this film.
You know, every time I see that name, I'm not gonna fucking lie. He makes that name always makes me think of Anthony Burgess. Of course, I'm sure one of you guys must know who Anthony Burgess is.
Oh, science fiction writer Anthony Burgess, sure. Clockwork Orange, right?
Yeah. And also the British military intelligence during the World War
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like
He was definitely an
he's
interesting
straight up
character,
proud.
right? He wrote some
What's that,
interesting
John?
stuff.
Guardian.
We losing him?
I don't know. I'm not on that screen. Are we losing him? Like, are you down? We got a man down.
Man down.
Who's that?
I don't know a lot
we can hear you
about
now.
What is
Jonah just got kicked in the nuts by Burgess Meredith.
Yep, karate chop Meredith time, dude. Yeah, I know this dude had a lot of deep connections with on intelligence agencies for sure. Anthony Burgess. I believe
He looks
claims
about
that he
age.
was approached by someone. Maybe was it CIA or something? Maybe he's MI6 to put elements into his story. I think Clockwork Orange. If I'm not mistaken. To get back to
Well, he wouldn't be the first one to.
No, not at all.
Story.
No. There's a book by L. Ron Hubbard's old roommate, one of his science fiction stories, where you take the first letter in each line of the first page, and it says Oswald didn't do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, he was a psychologist. His name was his pen name was Cordwainer Smith, but his real name was Paul Linebarger. He was a captain in psychological operations and warfare for the U.S. Army in World War II. He wrote the manual on it, psychological warfare.
Yeah, and I never thought Oswald did it. That's for sure.
No, well, this guy was the teacher to folks like E. Howard Hunt. He was quoted as saying in some interview he gave that he saw his psychological operations at play at Dealey Plaza. To the extent of what that means, I don't think he ever clarified.
Like a Mr. X in the JFK movie.
I mean, it's interesting when you have so many sci-fi writers involved in all this unintelligent spookery.
Oh yeah. Well, plus everybody that was a witness to JFK ended up dead within 2 years. Yeah,
there is that long list. I haven't revisited that in a long time, but there was definitely there was a couple dozen, I feel like, right, of folks that were dead within like 3 years of the assassination.
The list itself is a infamous thing that sits and haunts.
Yeah, there was some interesting characters too, like the guy who was there at the grassy knoll at the railroad station there. He would have had a good perspective of the grassy knoll. He dies in like a 1-car vehicle accident. His car goes off the road like 6 months or a year later.
Anybody close or visible witness on record of giving a testimony or statement? The number of them that died was 1,000. I don't know.
Well, that's a good point, because if you start looking at the original list and then you add the folks around the House Select Committee on Assassinations, and if I revisit, there's probably some characters that died suspiciously or in a very timely fashion around the 1990s inquiry. I mean, I know Garrison died around that same time, but he was very elderly, so it's tough to put that on the list.
What's funny is every 20, 30 years, we have a revival of that. We have to get to the bottom of what happened, and they do these series.
Right? It's like a Hollywood remake, dude. They just got to recycle it, dude.
It's wild. The church hearings where they got the CIA, they finally reined them in.
Oh,
look at this horrible stuff they're doing. We got them busted. They're going to be good from now on.
They definitely got them, dude. There's no doubt about it.
They got them. Bad guys shut down. Kind of like Cash Patel. Bad guys have been shut down.
Dude, Jonah's having a lot of troubles here.
Well, I don't know about. Darn it.
I know. Let me see if I can help him out here. He had two. He was in the studio twice. I'm going to go. I didn't clone him, dude. It wasn't me.
I love his grating voice. It makes mine sound much nicer. So get back here, Jonah, please. Sorry. No, I just do this.
I mean, if you really look at this, why is Chevy Chase in this film, right? Like, let's look at the cast and some of the director here, like, because that's interesting about this Higgins fella. I didn't know he was in that community, so to speak. But how does Chevy Chase end up in this film? Because what else has he done by, the production? This is what, 77? So he's literally just a breakout member on SNL, right?
Yep. And then they push a couple things out if you go on Wikipedia to look at what films he did before it, and their art fit. They're like experimental bad projects by like total B movies or whatever.
Sure.
They're not even real. They're not even real movies. I don't think. So they immediately take him right to Golden Boy, in Hollywood on that movie. That was huge.
Yeah, because he didn't. Yeah, I mean, he came up with the rest of them there with the National Lampoon situation into the SNL situation.
Maybe comedy was so bad at this moment in the United States, when Saturday Night Live was running right there, and there was so few things to watch on TV that they were able to push these guys out into our national unconscious as the funniest people you've ever seen, because Chevy Chase, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, all these characters from the early one became instant movie stars.
They did, didn't they?
They were just exploded on the scene. I guess we were so hungry for something funny. I don't know. I don't know what.
Well,
how
I
you
feel like
explain.
they try to replicate that with people with less talent now, right? Like Pete Davidson. Didn't they try to transition him from Saturday Night Live to a movie star, and it didn't really pan out?
Yeah, I think they did. There's a bunch of them like that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, outside
you
of like
look
Adam
back
Sandler,
at this whole.
who else has really made that A-list? You know what I mean? From the Saturday Night Live cast, right?
Yeah, you look back at the history of these guys and who they make famous and stuff. The later, you don't even know who's on Saturday Night Live anymore, let alone who came off it and is now in Hollywood.
I feel like this is supposed to be a big film written directed by Judd Apatow. There, the biopic story of Pete Davidson there, and I didn't care for it. I thought it was pretty terrible film.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I think we watched it, but couldn't finish it.
Box office 2.2 million, budget 35 million.
But
it's a money laundering operation.
It's
Maybe.
Bad, dude. It's not. That's what I'm saying. You make a solid point about how these folks went from, early cast members of Saturday Night Live for like 2 seasons, and then John Candy, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, Bill Murray. They're all, Gilda Radner. They're all erupted onto the. They're missing one of the other females in that mix, but they're all erupted into this. They're getting starring roles in their own films.
It makes you wonder if they're like secret agents or something.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at, dude. It almost seems like a program, right? It almost seems like what I often assert around weird scenes inside the Comedy Store.
Because it says Chevy Chase, he got out of going to Vietnam somehow.
Fuck me, damn.
I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that about Chase. I didn't do a dive on him.
We can look at that. I'm interested because if you're in college, I guess that'd be an easy exemption. But
I assumed with the name he's related to Chase Manhattan Bank. I mean, I just assumed that.
He's got some interesting heritage, and he does have some.
Actually,
I did relook at it. He's got some Society of Cincinnati stuff. Not that he doesn't seem to qualify as a member, but he does come from some bloodlines membership of the Society of Cincinnati.
I remember looking at his name a while back, and he's connected to. That's not even his real name.
No, that's his adopted name, I believe.
But go on, JJ. Pardon me.
What was Clinton's adopted name? Wasn't it Blythe?
It's a family tree right now. You got the Brownings are an interesting family. That's a Society family. That's from his mother. And then the I don't think there's a Chase Manhattan Bank intersection. But
no, I was just teasing about the Chase Manhattan Bank scene.
Chase, anyway.
Might as well be.
Actually, so that goes back to originally it was some other dude who named the bank after Salmon P. Chase, who was the
right
guy who wrote the Greenback Law as Lincoln's Secretary of Treasury, and then fucking he was also the Supreme Court Justice that said the law that he wrote was legal under the Constitution.
Well, that's. I mean, that makes sense. There's no violation of ethics or anything there. I'm sure.
I mean, there's no conflict of interest or at all there. No. I definitely wrote the right law.
All right.
So Chevy Chases are, they're not the very first, but they're an early Massachusetts Bay Plymouth Colony family.
There you go. That's usually a guide. If you find those guys, their connection, the first people that arrived in America, supposedly.
I just think it's a good factor if those people have an attitude, those families have an attitude that this is their country. They make the rules, they set the standards. Because on above the Society of Cincinnati, they're an element to that. Some of the Mayflower families, some of the Jamestown families are represented in the society, but not all of them. I think that is a defining factor in the decisions that go on in this country.
Jamestown.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm related to Captain John Smith. What's
Captain John T. Kirk? Sir, so
No,
this is
he's
not the
related to
USS Enterprise.
Joe
We're not talking about Star Trek.
Captain
He's
Kirk?
talking about Joe
Different
Smith.
Paramount film.
So
Bring me up, Scotty.
Chevy Chase, his career started in the first episode of the Pat Sajak show, and that Pat Sajak was a
Pat Sajak.
Sajak. I like that. That's how the Chinese say it.
Wheel
What
of
the
Fortune
fuck are
film?
you in a fucking shawarma?
Yeah.
Sajak?
So hold on. So
Can I get that on the
Sajak,
Sajak
Oh,
bread?
Pat Sajak. Nice to
that's-
meet you.
Pat Sajak was the he was a disc jockey for the Armed
Fucking
Forces radio.
Michigan over here.
Hold on though. And then
What was that? He was the DJ for the AFN Armed Forces Network.
Yeah, I
No,
think
my
that's
shit's all
I think
fucked
that's
up today.
relevant because most of the DJs were always involved in intel and counter psyops and stuff because they were
Oh, for
always
sure, dude. Look
Pat-
at
Must
Tucker
done
Carlson's
something good
dad,
for him.
right?
yeah because they would play certain songs to send messages to the troops. Or
Yeah, that's called pay for play.
well, I wonder if Sajak was connected. To
I didn't realize, dude. Pat Sajak served
What
in the
the fuck
military.
is
Doesn't strike me
Sajak?
as a
I've never
military
fucking
guy.
heard any retard in my life say that way.
Well,
It's
that's how it's
American? I
pronounced.
thought he was Canadian, dude. I just assumed he was Canadian with the name.
Yeah,
Sajak.
exactly.
No,
Exactly.
Alex Trebek is Canadian,
Oh,
bro.
Alex Trebek is that definitely sounds Canadian too.
That's so
And
Canadian.
Norm Macdonald. Don't even fucking talk shit on Norm Macdonald.
He's Trebecking up there in Canada. He's a
Well, Norm
Trebecker.
McDonald, that's just a fine Scots-Irish name right there, sir. McDonald.
Yeah, no, Norm Macdonald's a fucking hero. His brother's a piece of shit that works for the Communist Broadcast Corporation.
Oh, I didn't know he had a brother, dude.
that's
Is his
weird.
brother funny at all?
No, this is a fucking CBC News, bro. It's Neil or not Ned McDonald. I think it's Neil
How
McDonald.
does that
on
happen,
CBC
dude?
News.
Yeah, I see Neil McDonald. Yeah, dude. Never even heard of his brother.
Yeah, because he don't live in fuck Canada. He's not on any television every fucking night of the week.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
I mean, not that he's on my television. I don't even fucking own a television, but I mean,
Yeah, dude. It looks like he's been with the CBC for a long time, huh?
yeah. Long time since like fucking.
Oh shit,
60s.
dude. He's got their father was a Canadian Army. Dude, wonder if he's an officer. That's interesting.
Good morning,
You know,
Vietnam.
Pat Sajak, that's serving in Viet fucking Nam, huh? I didn't know that.
Oh, I
So
knew that
is-
one.
Is he basically like Good Morning? Oh, dude, it is Good Morning Vietnam, dude. Are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say, dude. Is this Robin Williams' character from Good Morning Vietnam?
He's like a secretary over there.
Is that really where Robin Williams got it from? Pat Sajak, dude?
I think so.
He's like a secretary.
Holy shit, dude. That's
Taking
awesome. I
Dighton
didn't realize that.
dictation.
Yeah, I was thinking
Oh.
about that movie. I didn't really.
You might have seen Combat. I don't know.
Good morning, dude. That was my first Vietnam movie I ever watched before I watched the other ones.
Great movie for the time.
It was pretty good.
Robin Williams is another one they sold that, he's Mork and Mindy.
Yeah,
He's
I had it.
another character they reeled out and
Work and Mindy
became.
was a weird ass fucking show. Did you ever see the one where he fucking shrunk down to
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
like ant size?
Probably.
I don't think I've seen it.
And went to there was like a fucking fairy village in his house or whatever.
That was all there was to watch in the 70s, so I probably saw it.
Hey, don't talk shit on John Ritter, bro. Three's
What?
I
Company.
would. Who would?
Wasn't that derivative? Wasn't Working Many derivatives? Wasn't that an offshoot of another show?
Elf.
Happy Days.
Happy
Fuck
Days. There we
It was
go.
a spin-off.
Them
Moving
days on
on.
that set, so we're not very happy with the stories around Henry Winkler.
No, it was Sanford and Son, bro. It was an offshoot of Sanford and Son.
That is sound accurate.
The Funkadelic. The Ozen Funk was a thing, yeah.
Dude.
Now
Sanford and
Funk's
Son
something
was
you want to
amazing.
watch off.
I'm coming
Back then it was.
Elizabeth!
Now it's something you want to wash off. Back then it was a musical funk.
So what
Hey
was
man,
the
George Clinton was at PCU.
what was it, that George Clinton wasn't? I like that movie PCU, dude. It was a good one, dude.
PCU,
I like
I don't know if
PCU
it's all
too.
that.
It's a great movie, bro.
I don't like George Clooney. He drives me off a lot of movies, but
George
Yeah,
Clinton.
that's where I
He's
first
in
learned
it,
George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic was PCU for sure.
Yeah. And so was that fucking douchebag from Entourage, Levine, or what the fuck his name is?
Oh yeah, John Cusack's buddy, the little fella.
Ari from fucking Entourage, or what the fuck it is
There
called.
you go. Yep, I can't think of his name.
Ari
Jeremy
Emanuel.
Piven. Jeremy Piven.
Wait.
A lot of Steely
No
Dan
one ever
fans
talks
in the
about
crowd
Ari.
tonight. A lot of
oh
Steely Dan
man,
fans.
Steely
like
Dan.
PCU, though.
God, Steely Dan, get the hell out of here, Steely Dan. Never
don't
play
know
on
any
the radio ever again.
Steely Dan, dude.
I hate Steely
You
Dan.
could have convinced me Steely
And probably
Dan
the whole
was
audience
a
loves them
Scandinavian
for
death
some
metal band.
I hate Steely Dan. It's the most low energy. They don't even play guitars. No one plays like a tang. Nobody does one of those. It's always a
I feel like
a
it's
sad
in
keyboard.
the same ballpark as like Steve Winwood or something.
It's like bad jazz music.
Yeah,
Slow, bad. It's worse than Steve Winwood. Then it's
That's why Chevy Chase quit.
Steely Dan, they play on elevators over by the vegetable section in
so what you're
supermarkets.
saying is it would be likely found and implemented into some extraordinary rendition programs at Guantanamo Bay is what you're saying.
Something your grandma
Probably.
wouldn't mind listening to, right?
Based on what Steely Dan's named after, I wouldn't be cool without it.
Oh, what's it named after?
I don't want to say.
It's probably a bad thing. Yeah, Clint's probably on to something. I don't know.
I'm not sure, dude.
He steals.
Is it like a Rusty Trombone reference or something?
It's a reference to a 3-foot metal dildo.
It's the sexual nature. Yeah.
Oh, it's a William Burroughs reference. No shit. Dude.
Robbing you of your life.
Westchester County, New York. You got to fucking kidding me. I suddenly just became a Steely Dan fan. For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. You start hearing their catalog immediately. I liked your show. Pardon me to interrupt for a second, JJ. I liked your show with John Mitchell the other day. That was cool. Speaking of upstate New York and
I always like
Bob Evans.
John's up to with his new research.
Good stuff. Hang in there, John. Keep on rocking, boy.
Yeah, dude. He does some legitimate efforts. Oh, we lose Joan again. Shit. Every time I feel like I come back to the screen, Joan is gone. I feel like he does some good efforts in trying to not only advance some of the investigations of Maury Terry, but he's also trying to help out some of the victims in those cases, dude. He's been in contact with victims' families that have seen no justice and trying to help them get more answers.
Whoa.
Yeah, spooky.
And I definitely respect that for sure.
Heck yeah. When you try to untangle that stuff you guys are talking about, these intelligent or these cults and these connections to the occultists and the intelligence agencies and the mafia, disposing of people.
And that seems to be a lot of the precipitating events that prevent these things from being known publicly, and any conclusions being brought in a lot of these murders and whatnot, right? Because of their connectivity to things like that.
Yeah, this movie tonight in 1978 was, the police in San Francisco are on to the fact that a known hitman is coming, the dwarf from Chicago or wherever his origin was. But this was telling you all the elements. You had the mafia, you had the church, you had the so many elements of the different competing criminal gangs all meeting in San Francisco to take out the Pope. That whole story with the Pope, that whole thing with the popes became a giant drive to fight against terrorism. Terrorism's everywhere.
Wasn't I know the UN was started in San Francisco. Was that where the Pope was killed?
Well, no. So that's what I was going to bring up to you too, sir. I figured you'd point that out. That is the headquarters of the UN. We do see some Presidio in this film. Some Presidio scenes.
Oh,
that figures.
We have that garden party there at the beginning of the film, and so that's one of the things I appreciate about the film is they introduce you to the main characters. They don't necessarily tell you why, but they immediately get you wrapped up in this thriller plot line with the Archbishop getting murked by his clone.
Yeah, and they're hobnobbing at the first two, JJ, with their rich friends up in the wherever they're at there in that area. She took the
That's what I'm
drive, you know.
saying. Yeah, that's a Presidio. I believe that's Presidio Heights specifically there on the back end of the Golden Gate, in between there and it's right by where Nancy Pelosi resides today in her little swanky little spot there.
Nice location. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 2-block kind of like high, like 8-foot gated in area, dude, with like about 20 houses. I feel like
just enough you could have a political event if you're a small politician at the time, especially back then.
I'm pretty sure that's the view we see there from the backside of that that area, that fenced-in compound, overlooking back over towards the Golden Gate Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Quino is lurking in the shadows. Him and Gorbachev.
Right.
Michael Aquino's he's a different location, but
what's that, sir?
Aquino was at a Presidio too.
Never mind. Yeah,
Aquino was there. Well, a lot of our wars have been running out of Presidio, and folks don't really recognize that. I feel like, and it's because of the UN headquarters there. That's where the wars are run out of in Korea and Viet fucking Nam.
Yep. Where they're involved in a lot of psychological operations that we weren't really fully aware of until a little while later on. What they were all doing against other countries, let alone what we're doing against our country.
Yeah, dude, I'm amazed at how much support Steely Dan has.
Oh shit! So of course I picked a band everyone loves.
I can't name a song. I can tell you I've heard their music and I've been like, "Oh, does this?"
Please take me along when I come back now.
I can't remember.
Jesus. Oh. I'm sure they have a couple of fantastic ones that aren't that horrible, but. For the most part, sorry.
Golden Gate Bridge, huh? That is where we meet Goldie Hawn. That's the first time we see her with the Golden Gate Bridge in the background of that dinner party where she's about to meet Chevy Chase. But they interact at that dinner party, but we only find out later the deeper interactions. And that's kind of the thing I appreciate about the film is they introduce you to the main characters. They get you right involved in the plot line. It's a good thriller situation with the clone, especially. And, obviously I advocate the death of any of the Vatican, those cloaked diddlers of Rome, that is. Anyway, in their constant subversion of America.
Their robes, all rolled up. Yeah.
their incessant subversion of American liberty, sir. That's my beef.
Yeah, that's where they cross the line, sir.
That's where they've crossed mine. They've crossed that line too. They're habitual line steppers, sir, in that regard.
Pretty much.
But I think it's a very grasping. Oh shit, Joan is back. Good to see you, sir. Welcome
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try without the camera. I don't know what
the
fuck is going on. No, there was tornadoes here the other day, just last night, and a bunch of fucking power was out, fucking over 24 hours in different areas, and a bunch of internet service was interrupted.
Black helicopters.
I mean, it's definitely not related to weather modification or data centers. It's all fucking natural. We got fucking.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here, dude. There's nothing to see here at all.
We had like 85 or 90-degree weather on Monday and Tuesday, 55 today. And it's definitely not a data center or a fucking weather modification. That's perfectly normal temperature, 50 fucking degrees in a day.
Right.
If you use Celsius, you're a fag.
UFOs everywhere.
We got a lot of that right now. We didn't get a lot of that in the film, but we did get. I did catch up on the heavy surrounding, the scenes surrounding the Presidio. I thought that was very interesting because then they later find the body, right?
What you were talking about with the Vatican, real quick, because I thought the whole fucking movie. I thought the whole movie was like a tribute to the Cathars, etc. Fucking Knights Templars, all that fucking feminine worship of the goddess, because. First, you have her name is the Gloria Mundi, right? And there's actually a famous painting called Gloria Mundi.
Yeah.
It's Finnish Gloria Mundi, I think it's called, and she kind of the wedding dress she wears kind of looks similar to that shit. But then you even have the whole fucking thing where that Burgess Meredith that has the fucking snake that is her best friend or her friend who fucking. Is trying to fucking bring knowledge or light to her by fucking helping her find the film.
Like Eve in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah,
she does have that. Yeah, she has that kind of like third party friend that's always kind of weighing in heavily on her decisions, right?
Yeah. And then even so, there's a whole fucking like as far as this, and she's the one who has to save the whole day, save the Roman Catholic Church though too, right? Because she has to save the Pope, right? So there's a whole fucking
like the police would bring you in, like they do in the movie. They bring her in. Here's everything we know. There's going to be assassination on the Pope. We need to find out who it is, and they bring her in. Okay, she can sit and kill her.
I think a lot of this
they don't believe her at first, though, right?
Right. This is later on.
Yeah.
One other thing in line with what Jonah was talking about. That's the head of this whole evil operation is a woman, an ugly, strong. Don't mess with her. She's the toughest freaking bird of this whole gang of criminals.
And then,
she's the real evil one,
right? If we're talking about Venus, which is the feminine morning star, right? Because Venus is the morning star. So then she's walking around the whole fucking start of the movie with that yellow umbrella for fucking no reason when there's no fucking rain, right? So
they stress that point too, right?
Yeah. Like so, I think this whole movie is a shot at like
it's occultism.
The male divinity versus the feminine divinity, right?
Her room is yellow too.
Yeah.
One other base thing to point out with the three bad guys. One other base thing to point out with the three bad guys. As you notice how they're dressed, I love this movie. The way they put it together. You notice how they're dressed. As the criminals introduce themselves, you have a black guy dressed in black, and you have a white guy dressed in white. So you have the black and white element. And then with the Scarface guy, he's the middle one, the middle character that turned evidence. He wanted to double cross them, which is this tripartite.
Oh yeah,
twin pillars. Three bad guys.
The yellow Volkswagen when she picks up the fucking.
That's right.
He's the one who gives her the fucking knowledge, right? That they're fucking fighting over the
Scotty
too, right? So
Scotty, that's right. Scotty, right.
It's like the Wizard of Oz, the Yellow Brick Road.
Oh, we even get dwarfs in here, dude. And speaking of dwarfs. We also have a moment of somebody with a dwarf intellect here.
Was fucking hilarious, though.
Speaking of dwarf intellect, good to see you on our channel, you fucking Muppet. You're late. That's all I'm going to say about that. You're late, Muppet. Open your brain hole. Go fuck your other Muppets, say Langley. Go tell them to fuck themselves.
Anytime you see a dwarf.
Anytime you see a dwarf, tell him to go fuck himself. Better come to your goal, dwarf.
Sounds like some mind wars.
RR, Ruby Ridge.
Beware the dwarf guy. Now that was pretty funny. The way they had the midget, throughout the movie, midget, dwarf, whatever they were calling different names.
I don't recognize that dwarf fella, but I do remember him from Willow.
That midget tossing was fucking hilarious. So when she's
that is funny.
We got midget tossing, dude.
Innocent midget got injured in the making of this. Too funny.
What the fuck? The guy's name is William Frankfather. I was thinking that fucking piece of shit scumbag Felix Frankfurter, but
I don't who
Frankfurter.
Frankfurter, dude. What a weird name, dude.
From Kermit
Whitey Jackson. Oh, he was the albino.
Whitey
from Kermit, Texas.
Yeah, it's a MacGyver. Looks like. Oh, that was his first role. Foul play. Find me the
great timing. Great timing,
dude. You can find.
Seemed like a lot of.
Oh, he was on Melrose Place. Oh, look at that shit.
Yeah, he has quite a number of roles here in TV and some film, huh?
Yeah.
I don't recognize his face. I mean, I've seen some.
Jump started his career right there. They had to put contacts in, made him look real crazy looking.
Right.
For the movie.
He was in The Rocketeer, huh? What was he in The Rocketeer, dude?
Must have been the bad guy. If he was
The
in there,
Rocketeer is the Goldie's tits. I'm not gonna lie, man. Fucking, those were rockets, bro.
What's going on here, dude?
Oh, Goldie's boobs.
What are we talking about? The real ones or the Muppet ones? They're the real ones or the Muppet ones?
No, the real ones, bro. Like, she didn't have a problem the whole fucking time, and they didn't move it for some fucking like. And then you see all these fucking 400-pound whales these days wearing skin tight leotards, and they think they got a nice set of tits. And it's like,
Are you trying to make me believe some big old fat lady dudes?
I try not to look at that. I try not to look at those. But, all right.
I mean,
got
that's
fat
all you
ladies in
fucking
Canada?
see in North America. You have to fucking look at them once in a while. They're fucking sweaty, flapping all over the place.
Oh.
Are you saying the myth of Canadian women being supermodels is wrong?
Oh, wait.
Wait. You need to
big fat
if you think there's a
person.
bunch of supermodels up here. I mean, there might be one or two, but I mean, not on the whole.
She big fat person.
Yeah. What's that joke? How do you? How does it go? Oh fuck! Something about rolling a fat chick in flour to find the wet spot.
Oh man, who are you, Jonah? God, you need Jonah.
My name might be Jonah. I ain't never been in a well a day in my life.
We already got a Jonah. We don't need another. No, I'm just teasing.
I can't remember the first part of the joke.
Oh, you ruined it anyways, but it's all
Chevy
good.
Chase walks into a bar, dude. Is that how the joke starts?
Yeah.
She was on the Saturday Night Live, right? That's what that just said, which ties up to the fucking what's his name, Lauren McDonald? No, Lauren Michaels.
Holy shit, dude! Chevy Chase claimed to be a queer dude to get out of the war.
Nah. I was wondering what the 4F classification was.
It says homosexual tendencies, apparently.
Canadian draft dodger or what?
American draft
find
dodger.
him, fucking forget
Oh, no.
him, finger. No, find him, finger.
Yeah, he's American. That's right. That's right.
Registering not accepted for
You're the
military
only one in this
service.
room who will know. Was it find him, finger him, fucking forget him? I think it was El Duce. 4Fs.
What if he was undercover and they
I'm not sure on that, Jonah.
What's to
Or
say
the
he didn't
mentor.
get drafted and he was working for the army the entire time or something?
Yeah, and then they just
No,
pretended
yeah,
like
looking for
he got
intelligence.
out of
Come
it.
on, JJ. You know the difference.
Very
Yeah,
important
yeah,
role.
there's a
Very
distinct
important role. You're going to be America's funny man.
That's a good point, dude. I often wonder about the same about Jimi Hendrix, right?
Daniel Ellsworth, he definitely released the Pentagon Papers because not a single mention of CIA in the papers, but I mean, he definitely wasn't in the military himself. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Well, not only that, he was an acolyte of what?
Langston.
Was it Angleton? No, it was Lansdale.
No, Langdon.
Lansdale.
Yeah, that's the name. Whatever. Fuck.
Lansdale. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude, it's very interesting. What's his name? Ellsberg, right? Daniel Ellsberg.
Yeah.
Pentagon Papers.
Does he? What do you think? Does he practice Hanukkah, dude? Does he celebrate
Most
Hanukkah?
likely. Most likely.
Oh, wait.
Most likely.
I looked it up. It's find, fuck, forget, and fight.
That's Edward
four
Lansdale's
Fs?
motto, I think, for Daniel
That was the
Ellsberg.
mentors.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's got. I mean, Ellsberg worked for the Rand Corporation as well, there, right?
Huh.
Yeah, with Al Ruddy, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
His story wasn't as pristine, it turns out, as they tried to sell it in the beginning.
We go back up. We got charged with the Espionage Act.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, it's just like everyone wants to talk about Seymour Hersh, and then it's like, yeah, no, Seymour Hersh isn't a fucking reporter.
Woodward and Bernstein, that
Yeah,
whole Watergate story is like, man, it's all myth. It's all myth. The movie's just is a mythology.
They were Ashkenazi Jews, as folks were, who converted to Christian Science.
Christian Science.
Which
That's
is kind of extreme, yeah.
Christian
Well,
Science is
true,
like
yeah.
a weird offshoot of British Israelism. Or wait, no, that's Christian nationalism. My bad.
British Israelism. Is that what you're gonna say?
No,
Well, I mean, there's so
confusing
much
them.
crossover between some of these elements of this Christian Scientist, Scientology, Mormonism. You know, a lot of this
Jehovah's Witnesses.
medical stuff, right? Avoiding medical stuff, modern day medical stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They reject treatment. I think God should cure. God can cure. I'm kind of with them. Go to the hospital,
Well, I mean,
die.
there's a faith
from
healing element to it, I
malfeasance.
think. I don't know enough about their specific faith healing stuff, but there is definitely a faith healing element to there. Which, as you know,
Yeah.
Todd, the Mormons do that.
Oh yeah, and I'm not a member of their religion, but I do believe in that. Keep your mind. Your mind has as much to do with your health as anything, and if you're in a bad state of
then you're
mind, you're
fucked.
probably going to be unhealthy. Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah,
would know,
true,
Johnny.
dude.
Though you would know. So I'm just saying, I'm a firm believer in that power of positive thinking and mind stuff
Yeah,
because
dude, look at that. I mean, Ellsberg sold as this dude who's just releasing papers, but yeah, he's got his own connections, all sorts of muppetry, dude. McNamara is a
definitely,
special assistant to the Assistant Secretary for Defense.
yeah,
Yeah,
these sound
yeah.
like controlled releases that you wonder about, like the
Right.
Julian Assange stuff, like some of this
Well, I
myth
mean,
making
again,
around the
too, the reason I
Lucidity.
brought up Seymour Hirsch, it was
And I'm
right at
not
the same
saying
time
he's
Seymour Hirsch did the fucking, the one where that fucking dude self-immolated, right? The Mekong massacre. So that's
Melee massacre.
Meilong, whatever. Who gives a fuck? I don't speak fucking Vietnamese. They can all suck my dick.
Ah,
Anyways, but at the same time, you have from the one angle, you have Seymour Hirsch doing the Mekong massacre, and then you have the fucking, and I don't give a fuck if I said it wrong, and then you have you have Ellsberg doing the Pentagon Papers at the same time, and the entire thing is just the destruction of the American population, right?
right.
You come off of the whole fucking we defeated the world, but yet we let Joseph Stalin rape us up the ass and take fucking Japan from us, or China, I mean. And
Let's start before
again, I
that,
don't give a
dude.
fuck.
Look at the Panama Canal. Didn't we build that motherfucker? I didn't.
Didn't
But I
John
feel like
McCain
America
get
did.
born
You're not
there?
American, but
Didn't John
someone
McCain
did.
get
That's right.
born there?
Hmm.
Well, we built it so we can fucking ship cocaine for fucking Coca-Cola, right? I mean,
That's
that's
what I'm
the real
saying, dude. But
reason.
then they sign it off to other countries and shit like that, and then pretend like it's the U.S.'s fault for Trump trying to take it back.
I mean,
yeah, the history
it
of
is
the
American
area is
tax dollars that largely
United
finance
States
that project.
builds
let's
it,
be honest.
runs the
Like, they
operation,
can,
pays for everything, and then
wait a
hands it
minute, I
over
have
to
a
some
serious
third
point to
world
make here.
communist.
I have a serious fucking point to make here. They can keep Panama, just give us the Brazilians and the fucking Colombians because they're the ones with the asses. Fuck me. I ain't seen the Panamanian that's known for fucking fat ass. They can keep that shit and give us the Colombian and Brazilians. Am I wrong?
Well, do you want those fake
I suppose everyone's up
women
to
with
their
fake
own,
butts shipped up your way? You can take the Kardashians up there. You can have those
I
guys.
didn't
Those
say
girls.
Brazilian butt lift. I'm talking about the real Brazilians, bro. I'm talking the favela ones that can't afford the
I
fucking
see.
butt lift.
You want the real ones, not the corn shed.
No,
Okay,
no,
well, I
no.
don't know if we can help you with
Give me the
that.
Columbia. Give me the one that grew up in the Columbia trap house.
Okay, that's what you want. Okay, gotcha.
Well, speaking of
Make
Columbia
Canada a
trap
better
house,
place. Ship the big booty girls up there. Yeah.
speaking of Columbia trap houses, dude, we do see a lot of San Francisco and the United Nations. We were talking. I think that's where we left off last. Speaking of trap houses, but yeah, we see a lot of that. The Presidio situation going on there when we first meet a lot of these folks. So, what's your all's take on this whole Archbishop situation? As far as is this predictive programming for what we see with Pope John Paul?
I would like to go back to what JJ was saying earlier. I think there's a whole hidden Gemini twinning. The two bloodlines again. Going back to what I was saying. Now, have I ever brought up like the 6 generations of fucking Set versus the 6th generation of Cain or no Abel? I mean, whatever.
Not that I've
sure.
with her.
Okay. Anyway, so there's a whole twinning aspect to the Genesis portion of the Bible. I'm gonna pull this up here real quick. And so basically, if you look at the first 6 descendants of both Adam and Seth, I mean, their names are almost identical. And it's so there's an aspect that says to be that the two are almost identical because it's the black versus white version of it, the good versus evil, the demonic actually named her in the same bloodline so that they have the just slightly different variations of the name. So I'm trying to find a fucking picture of that, but So I think with the brother twin taking out the other one again too, we're going back to there's
Cain
you have
and
to get
Abel.
really deep into all this. Yeah, you have to get into a really whole fucking Genesis and the whole whatever. I'm also trying to type here, so I'm fucking drawing a blank because I'm retarded at times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Cooper brings the masonry to the Cain and Abel thing too, where it's like the masonry got divided into like 3 different groups in a way, symbolically with the Cain and Abel story, where it's like some of the Masons think Cain's father was the regular father, but then other Masons think Cain's father was Samuel.
That's the Masonic position?
Yeah, well, there's like 2 different positions.
No, that's on your knees when another dude's behind you. That's the Masonic position.
Oh, it's one foot on black, 1 foot on white. They do a little twister game there on the checkerboard.
They do Hokey Pokey and turn yourself around.
I love shoving things up your ass jokes as the Masons. I'm quite confident that's all they do, dude. I'm pretty sure that's the Masonic secret. That's the great work, dude. That's the great work.
Hoodwinked, you know.
Yeah, we know exactly, dude. Oh shit!
Anyways,
perfect setup. Perfect setup. You're blindfolded.
Right?
Room full of 13 men. What could happen? Yeah.
Yeah. What could go wrong here?
That's fucked up.
So if you bring up this screen that I'm sharing there, JJ, I actually gonna have to zoom in for everyone to see it. But let's go
if you
ahead
see me a
here.
link, I can zoom in on my end.
Okay.
Oh, Jasmine sex.
Yeah,
Is that what Steely Dan's up to, huh? The big dildo sex man.
No wonder I hate those guys.
Yeah, so
one more reason, besides their bad music. Sorry, audience.
No, you're good. My dog was making a weird noise. I was seeing what he's doing. I think he's sleeping there.
Maybe my pet passed when Steely Dan was playing, but you got him.
Steely Dan conversation we got going here.
I can't even remember one of their songs.
Anyways, so getting back to that, you have as far as the names, like Lamech is the father of Noah, but then there's also Lamech, who is the father of Tubal-Cain, or the grandfather.
2 balls and a cane, dude. You know what that means? 2 balls and a cane.
Yeah, that's the 007 Tubal-Cain, and he also gave, according to Genesis, he created. I think he's the god of magic or some shit too. So that's a little weird one. But then you have Enoch and Enosh. You have Methuselah and Methusael.
Oh, so this is this
kind
Irad
of the 2 pillars, dude? And it's kind of funny though too, because even the way they fucking do it on Wikipedia here to like show the links. You have the fucking kind of have a swastika to show the links between Enoch and But no,
that's
so like
dude, that's very interesting.
There's a twinning aspect of it. So when again too, I was born and raised Roman Catholic. I'm a fucking confirmed Catholic, but fuck that shit. I don't give it. I might have been raised that way, but I'm smart enough to know that Jesus Christ, at least by their book, went in and fucking turned over fucking tables, didn't create a fucking bank for pedophiles. So, I mean, fuck all those people. I mean, they're like, you have to be a retarded rapist like RR to believe, hey, the guy who turned over tables and fucking started whipping bankers is going to fucking own a fucking church of banks. But anyways, I'm just going on a bit of tangent there. So, no, there's
tell us how you really feel.
Make some reasonable points.
If you go on to a whole fucking the killing of the brother, so that's gonna tie into the Adam and Eve story again. She's the Eve, where she's the fucking the serpent is her fucking whispering to her and all that bullshit, sticking her cookies, and taking her cookie, taking her cookie, right? But then he's also like fucking starts laughing when the fucking cigarettes are burned, which is the evidence to save her, And then the brother being
Definitely
swapped
got
out, you have
the snake element in there. Definitely got the snake element in there, John. Good
Yeah.
catch.
Yeah, that is
Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest beef between these two different bloodlines? Like, I mean, between these two different genealogies? I apologize.
It's like
So,
one
the one is
what
Adam
are they
and
not in
Eve,
agreement
and
with?
then-
What's caused this? Right? What's caused this diffusion of this tree?
So the one, the evil bloodline is going to be the Cain, right? So he killed Abel, or Cain killed Abel, which is the two first sons of Adam and Eve. And then it said that he named.
Well,
his,
according to this version,
children-
though, we get Seth and Abel, right?
No, Cain's still there.
Cain's on
It's, they're
Oh yeah,
layering it
my
out
bad.
weird.
I can't read. But so I guess my question is, what's the difference between this Cain and this Cain?
I'm not 100% certain on that one, but I mean, as far as that is, it's just basically
Because these are the same Enochs, right? Like that's the same Enoch, and that's what we're supposed to believe, right?
No, they're different individuals, though.
Oh, okay.
So that's where they play games. Like Enoch is so there's the Enoch, which is the grandfather of Noah, who is the one who ascends to heaven, and he's the lineage of fucking Adam.
Shem, dude, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Japheth, yeah.
Yeah. Those are
So
three types of.
this Enoch has a Methuselah, but then this Enoch has a Methuselah of a different generation, huh?
Methuselah.
Methuselah.
Yeah.
Different character then?
Yeah.
And here's the other one though too, right? So go back to that too, because I've never fucking noticed that before too, right? But oh no, on the other side. So usually the EL is if they're a bastard of or they're a direct descendant of the angels, or they're a bastard of a fallen angel, right? So
like a Nephilim or something.
Yeah, and then on the Seth side, you only see it there once, right? But so that could tie into the whole Nephilim shit when they start breeding with the fucking Watchers, because you have the Methuselah and the Mahujal.
Sure.
But that's what I got from this.
Kind of like when Clay and Vance decided to name one of them Devils Ann's Hatfield, the other one Angels Anderson Hatfield. They were first cousins.
Huh.
So
the point that I'm getting here, kind of what
right here is they might have the same name, be part of the same family, right? It's their cousins, but one gets tagged Devils, the other one gets tagged Angel.
Yeah. Now, how bizarre is like, oh, that's all Masonic text, throw that shit out. But I'm not saying I agree with this. I'm saying that's the shit that's in the Bible that they're showing in when they killed the brother off at the start of the movie, right? You have the Cain and Abel story, and then you have the fucking. And then what is the purpose of the organization? They're going to tax the churches, right? So it's to tax the church league. Oh, they're and they they almost bastardize and they almost esoterically hide the fact that these are corporations. They shouldn't be allowed to go without paying taxes, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And one thing, if I may inject right there with the female criminal, she reminds you of a Symbionese Liberation Army member. Somebody that would be a lieutenant in Symbionese Liberation Army. Yeah, like a Patty Hearst character. If you think about the crazed character that she plays in that movie.
Well, yeah, because Patty Hearst was regular Patty Hearst, and then later the AK-47 carrying Patty Hearst, right?
Yeah, so she looks just like the character they're trying to sell.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, who's that?
The main lady,
Rachel Roberts.
She plays a dual character in the film, right?
Yeah, she's pretending to be a charitable Christian woman, but she's a like a terrorist, like a
she goes
by
her other character is Delia Darrow.
No, that's Delia, bro. Delia's gone. God, you know the song. Fucking sing it.
Delia's gone.
You know Delia's gone.
Delia's gone. Is that by
Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash. No, I don't know that one. I probably know it, but I can't access it. Can't access it from the 90s.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing a bunch of Cash from the 90s, but I heard what I had
to. Boy named Sue then.
the man in black.
So, what am I, a jukebox?
You're fucking right. You feel everything to keep you here.
Pretty much at times I am. That's why you keep me hanging around. Thanks,
So
Jonah.
was there anything interesting to the name Scarface from the assassin from Weekend at Bernie's, as we see as the assassin in this film, Scarface?
If I'm going back into the whole tie and everything into Genesis, the one thing that I find really interesting about that, again, too, you have the Mark of Cain, right? So you have the
That's
brothers.
what I was going to ask.
And
Is that what we're
whatnot.
seeing there with the Scarface?
I think they're just kind of, again, too.
Right eye is right eye. Was his right eye? Scarter's left.
Well, then they got Goldie Hawn. She's blonde-haired, blue-eyed.
Okay.
The whole
but nice
Aryan
tits, though. God
aspect
damn.
She starts out fully clothed. Also, she does a strip cheese. That movie's like an example of the strip cheese. Fully clothed, all wrapped up around herself. And by the end of it, she's wearing a see-through dress running around.
She's the whore of Babylon.
She's the whore of Babylon, all right. Babylon, California.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I met her once, actually.
I'm probably trying to sell it that way.
Yeah,
it's that strip cheese, that family-friendly strip cheese. Clean, fun, romantic comedy.
Oh, it's obviously a fun, family fun adventure, right? Especially with Dudley Moore, Tuesday Weld's husband, with the sex dungeon. Yeah. So it's interesting. So when the Archbishop, one of the things I also found very interesting for a couple of reasons, but the way they tied it back in later, the kind of the callback to it, but it was the Mikado album, the opera album that the Archbishop puts on right before he gets murked at the opening sequence of the film by his clone. Is he's putting on the Mikado, and that's what we see. Then we meet Dudley Moore as Goldie Hawn's trying to run away for her life from the albino assassin and Scarface fellas, and she runs into Dudley Moore at the bar, and we later find out he's actually the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra conductor.
Yeah,
and he's conducting the Mikado,
which is wild.
Ironic.
What do you got on the Mikado? JJ, did you look into that at all? Do you know the background of that?
Dude, there's a Zodiac reference to that.
Hey, I wanted to point out.
Go ahead, sir.
I wanted to point out one other thing, though, too, right? Is the Pope Pius XIII, which is the one that they're talking about, the news clip, etc., right? Like that motherfucker never existed, right? So, but then again, too, if you're talking about like the divine aspect, the feminine divine, etc., all that bullshit, again, too, that they're hiding in there, that number of the 13 is quite significant as far as what do we call it there, as far as the Templars, right? So I think they're tied in that way somehow. But there was a fake Pope Pius XIII out of Montana.
There was a fake.
Yeah, I'll give you the link right now.
Yeah, please do. I'll check that out. I'm not familiar with that story.
A fake one. He's going around dressed fully dressed. He's fully dressed with a big giant staff.
Let's take a quick intermission. Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally.
That's it?
That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it binds with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Anyway, my point about it, that your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Oh, my back. Is this thing on? We got welcome back here, folks, to the interwebs. Thank you all again for joining us here tonight to get a little GCD. Hello, Todd Sharon. Hello, Todd. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, so kind of what I was saying there, though, too. I had to look into it real quick, but some of it. Oh no, that gave you the wrong link. God damn, I'm retarded. That deal is gone.
Oh
Motherfucker.
yeah, dude, some Johnny Cash. Oh, maybe you already said the other link. I just didn't click on it. There we go.
I hear the trains are coming. She's coming around the bend.
Yeah, the Lucian
I hear the trains coming. Since I don't know when, who's coming round and over.
Lucian Pulver Majors, dude. That's a hell of a name.
Yeah,
right there.
so if you look into it, I had to.
Right down the old prayer line.
So
Dude, this happened in the 90s, dude. Okay.
Yeah, no. So it's a order split due to Vatican II, and so you see there where it's talking about he left what he called the Novus Ordo Bogus Council Vatican II Church, and began. So it's a whole split that happened, but he was considered anti-pope or a different pope under the true before the fucking all the pedophiles and the bankers in fucking Rome in the 1940s decided to go full fucking full one world religion, all that other bullshit. But,
yeah, dude. So this part of kind of so when the Vatican II is all the they're reading in the native language, right? Is that the deal?
Not just that. There's a whole bunch of with it.
The sacraments and stuff are on the native language, though. And
no, they got rid of the native language. They got rid of the Latin liturgy and all that shit, right?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the native language of like the host country, right? So then.
Oh, okay, yeah. The Aboriginal language. There we
go.
Yeah. So,
out of Milwaukee. That's an interesting place.
And I just thought it was really interesting, though, that in the movie they did, that they decided to do Pope Pius XIII at the time. Not that there hasn't been 12 Pope Pius, anyways. And I think Pope Pius XII was the one in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head. But I just thought it was really interesting that they had to do a Pope Pius XIII for the movie, right?
Yeah, a little Templar reference.
If you search that guy out, it's kind of funny because he looks like a greasy fucking Dago Wop Italian,
Which guy?
Oh, I'm most interested
was World War II.
That's what I find very interesting.
That's also interesting.
Well, I mean, just relative to recent events and things like the Charlie Kirk situation. That Hades aircraft, U.S. Army fucking on intelligence / what defense contractor is that? I don't recall. Oh, SAIC.
Read Ellie's comment in the fucking. Read Ellie's comment in the chat there, bro, or bring it up. The one about Pulvermucker. Drug seller.
Pulvermucker.
A little cocaine reference. I got it. Nice. Yeah, that plane though
exactly like the Vatican. Then
what's that?
Sounds exactly like the Vatican if it's a cocaine reference.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's the old school. Vatican.
Colombia, South America. the history of South America is the Catholic Church. I mean, their population is 80-90% Catholic.
Oh,
south of the border.
They got a stranglehold still in the Latin communities, right?
Definitely. Which works really well with psychological operations because psychological operations are using your belief systems against you or at least to control or manipulate you.
Yeah, the
I've
psychological.
heard this theory today about the popes. I've always found this interesting because it speaks to when do these disputes begin. I mean, we see this film orchestrated by business elements around Pope John Paul I and the Vatican Bank. And it comes out in July. That's Cocaine Bob Evans and his boss, Charles Blumenhorn, the likely Nazi, the head of Gulf and Western Enterprises, who owned Paramount Pictures. But again, he's business partners with this dude, right? In the Vatican Bank, right? He's bailing them out. And right around the same time. And then we see this film that he produces of the Vatican, of the Pope assassination plot. Granted, it gets foiled, right? And, Goldie Hawn,
Right.
Brian Dennehy, and Chevy Chase come to the rescue, and Karate Chop and Burgess Meredith.
Yep.
But
yeah, but the man, even look at it, he only lasted 33 days before he got taken out by propaganda Due.
Right.
Yeah, 33.
That's what I'm saying. Everything about this reeks of a Masonic situation with what we come to find out later regarding that P2 Lodge situations.
I mean, there's a whole, like, if you get into the Vatican, it's really interesting though too, because there's a whole thing to be like, oh well, they kicked the Jesuits out, they kicked the Freemasons out, yeah, but they had a fucking Da Vinci multiple times. They had a fucking, and then they, if you actually look into it, as far as families who have had continuous reigns or not continuous reigns, like, I think the one family had the most is like fucking 7 fucking popes from the same fucking bloodline, and then they're not the only one. So there's the Borgia, there's the Borghese.
I was about to say, is that the bourgeois? Is that the bourgeois popes? Borgia.
Borgia.
Yeah.
No, the most. I'll look it up right now.
Well, they only had 2. I thought they had more than that.
Maybe
they had more popes than that.
I'm just looking it up here.
Oh yeah, while you're doing that's cool. I'm gonna go back to this Mikado situation. So one of the Zodiac ciphers.
How the fuck did I forget that one?
What is it? What's
Zodiac
that showing?
Mikado thing. That's interesting.
Yeah, one of the Zodiac letters that he cites the Mikado.
No, Medici's with
he cites
4.
the Mikado.
It cites a line from it. The Mikado itself.
Yeah, we'll get the Medicis. Okay, yep, the Medici.
Yeah, Conti di Sineghi, and then fucking second, and it's gonna be Orsini and fucking Borgia with 3. So there's those 2 families.
Orsini, dude, that's one that often gets attributed, right?
Yeah.
Medici's, the Bourgeois, the Orsinis. Those often get. Those are the names. Some of the names I
Borghese
see
had
often attributed
2.
to.
Dello Rovere.
These are the quote unquote black nobility families, right?
Yeah, this is why these people are all still connected heavily to major events that occurs, because that power center that was over in the that area, the Venetian Empire, that power center right there.
For sure.
That was Italy at that time was where modern day politics mirrors it, like city states fighting against each other. Now it's superpowers. They play against each other using the division to control things in the direction they want to go. That's what they were doing then. It's like a practice run.
Sure.
Now
they claim that they left there. They claim they left there like they always do. You know how power centers move.
Nope. Did Jonah cut out?
Oh, did we lose Jonah?
Now you have a black African American.
Yeah,
Where?
power centers move.
The current pope, isn't it?
They use the United
Protestant Frenchman from New Orleans.
Oh, Protestant.
Yeah. With connections to this, with family member in the Society of Cincinnati, and he's cousins with Rodney Alcala, the dating game killer.
Oh no, the black guy's the one they didn't vote for, but yeah, no.
I don't know his real name. It's give me 1 second.
There was the black guy from Chicago who is everyone was trying to say this shouldn't be it, right? And I thought he got it, but
no, I don't know who that one is. We're talking Robert Francis Prevost. So the Prevost are a Society of Cincinnati family of the French chapter, and so is his mother's side, which is the Bourgeois. Yeah, which it makes me wonder if Bourgeois. It makes me wonder if there are any relations to the bourgeois here,
or the Borghese though too, right?
Yeah,
right. These all seem like derivative kind of French to Italian, because that's the same. These are families used to inhabit the this French side of the society, or families used to inhabit the northern provinces of what is now Italy. So there is a there's a crossover there. certainly within some of these bloodlines where they might change the spelling, like Vans in the Scottish spelling Vans to Vance, the Irish spelling Vance.
Hey,
Or the
you're
French
not really
spelling
into the
Vaugh,
Van Shoe
Vous.
family, are you?
Same with St. Clair to Sinclair.
There you go. Yeah, Sinclair and then St. Clair, right? Yeah. So
I'm going to go on a quick tangent here because since
sir.
you're going to talk about changing the spelling, I swear to God, my biggest pet peeve, and I fucking hate any single motherfucker that does it, is anyone who's so fucking stupid they can't figure out that should've, could've, would've should be an SHOUDL, or I mean OULD apostrophe VE, not space OF. You're a fucking retard.
Get him.
I fucking hate every single motherfucker. I have deleted people for fucking you who would say should of, which is SHOULD fucking space OF. I'm like, you're fucking too fucking stupid.
So now we know how
to
fucking die.
I respect it. I respect
now
it.
we know how to get you off our.
So this is the great grandfather of one Rodney Alcala, the dating game killer. He was one of the first Texas Rangers, and his father was a colonel as well in the the French chapter of the Society of Cincinnati through New Orleans. So here, the Bourquois family. They have various spellings, as you can see. They Bourquois, Bougui, or Bourquois. So that's what I'm saying. There's probably some sort of different spelling within the Italian side of that same bloodline, right? So that's why I wonder where a family like that runs into the Bourquois. So then you see his mother's the Prevost right here. See the Prevost.
Well, goddamn, my last name is Story, and I know fucking 7 different variations to spell it.
There you go.
And it's like, goddamn,
we can see the intersection
literally based on literacy, and you can't fucking spell, you goddamn motherfuckers. You're all retarded, including my ancestors.
We can see the heavy French ancestry through New Orleans and New France, right? In the New Orleans of Alcala's family, and again, this is where it intersects with the Pope, man. And he's got a bourgeois right there as well.
No. Where you intersect with the Pope is the sphincter.
I think it's actually referred to as Zeta Pupae.
It's not a sphincter, John. It's a scepter. Yeah.
It's a rectum.
It's the Zeta Pupae. It's the most brightest star in the Masonic.
Damn near rectum.
We were talking about that last night on Clint's show. The Zeta Pupae. Apparently,
I know you guys.
Tell us, is that something Arthur C. Clarke had discovered? Arthur C.
Clarke. First thing in the morning.
Arthur C. Clarke.
It's apparently Glenn was gave me some information on last night. I wasn't really familiar with, but it's deep. This star is deeply in Masonic lore.
Yeah, it's one of 3 stars. It has to do with one of those supposed blazing stars, 4000 BC.
Yeah, they can't just be
the
one.
blazing star. I think that I might have shot a few of those as a teenager. Driving around, fucking out the fucking Chevy Capri or whatever. A K car.
Well, apparently, this was significantly brighter than the sun at one point, right? According to all this legend and lore.
Well, no, the star in between all 3 of the stars.
It was the star in between them. Okay.
Yeah,
Los
they say a
Vedas?
supernova.
What?
They say a supernova happened in 4000 BC that lasted for 1,000 years, and it was 1,000 years of light.
And that's what we see back here to that bloodline of the Genesis bloodline, right? Is the origin that timeline, that 4,000 year timeline, right?
I'm not sure what the Bible people.
Yeah. So we're coming up on 6,000 from the creation of Adam and Eve. That's why they gotta have the 3rd temple built within the next 30 years, I think.
Right, and that's that Anno Lucius. That's the Masonic calendar, right? The Anno Lucius calendar.
Yeah, that's the 6,000 year. 6,026 is a year.
Well, doesn't that also go back to what we were looking at here before with the Adam and Eve fucking genealogy?
Yeah, they're in the year 5,000 something, and what's also kind of funny is if you go back to the Charlie Kirk thing, you remember where fucking the son of the rabbi was like apologizing for making an announcement of the death of Charlie before he was dead, and then like,
I do remember that. Yeah, Mike.
People are like, no, they're like, dude, you're using like the Hebrew calendar. Like, you don't know the calendar, or you're fucking clearly putting this out before he died, like by a week.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
so. I mean, I got a short clip here I can bring up.
It better be fucking short.
Dwarfs, midget tossing, or Chevy Chase. If it does, I'm even more excited.
Cheech and Chong, what's going on?
Well, it kind of involves that Cooper episode I was playing the other night about the new covenant of Luciferianism.
Yeah, I was listening to that. Good stuff.
Okay, I guess it's taking a little bit to go on.
You want me to sing?
What is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me?
Sir, you need to be born again.
I am born again.
Now, did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy...
Virtuous.
Virtuous. Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh, God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're,
what
you're
about
confirming
those hospitals?
You know what, sir? Jesus said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, we did not do these good deeds in your name. And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you.
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
You get the idea, though.
Mercy.
And who's this idiot again?
Who was that guy?
That was a 30-second degree Mason and Shriner saying that he was Lucifer.
He seemed pretty adamant about it too, dude.
Yeah, that's
don't they have to be 33rd degree to get invited to the Shriners or some shit?
32nd degree.
I thought they had to be 33 to get invited, but who gives a fuck? Because they're a bunch of diddlers.
Yeah, they all. Well, the Shriner just means you get to wear a hat while you jam things up each other's butt. That's all that means.
It's really weird for you to fucking go out of your way to hang out with fucking sick kids that aren't yours or are related to you. That's really fucking weird.
The Process Church would disagree, sir. They did a very similar activity.
Yeah, go fuck up.
They're just there to help the needy and the handicapped and the old folks. That's all they're there for.
Like government.
Yeah, the government's there to help.
Like government. Always here to help.
I think the third temple's being built right now, looking at the plans of that fucking dining room or ballroom or whatever that room is. The Trump's building.
There you go. There's so much speculation about that thing.
Well, now he's even confirmed.
Third temple right here. Third temple's right here. No,
I mean, it's not like Israel printed a temple coin with his face and Cyrus on it.
Well, I was about to bring up that point. Thank you, sir. That was what you taught us before when talking about this subject. And now we know it's no longer the known knowns around this mysterious ballroom as it's military related. It involves national security. And it's not 3 floors below ground. Trump just said it was 6 floors below ground.
And it has to have its own data center.
Oh, now
they don't have no fucking data center. Get the fuck out of here. That's what they're telling you. It ain't no fucking data center, bro. Have you seen no data center?
Underneath the ballroom. Well, your dad see those giant supercomputers.
They'd have to tear the whole fucking place up. Like, how much earth are they fucking moving to put a data center under the White House?
No one knows why, but that's...
Well, all of these.
When Trump said he was remodeling the fucking ballroom, I thought he's getting rid of all the bugs that were in place for decades by all these criminal regimes.
They got rid of all the crabs, but they came back.
But now all of a sudden it's because we have to put a data center below the ballroom. That's how important the whatever the collection of the information is. It's Jeffrey Epstein's island on steroids.
Dude,
it's hard to tell, right? Given what
You got to have a lot of storage space.
You see those
film all these
they're
people
building in
doing
Utah?
inequities.
Got like 40,000 fucking acres for it.
I
or some
saw
shit?
that. They said it's like setting off a nuclear bomb test every day. The amount of energy it's going to absorb.
That's what I was getting at with the energy produced by all these things. They were all about to be radiated, dude.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you guys down there, but up here they're like, yeah, this is gonna be the hottest summer on fucking record, over 150 years. So I'm like, yeah, no, don't blame weather modification, don't blame fucking data centers, but it's all gonna be.
No, Phoenix has a gigantic data center. Every city has a gigantic data center that's going to cost a lot of money and generate heat. It's like, isn't this 118 already? 118. 20, 120. Let's put in another big giant energy sucking heat expanding data center. Just what we need.
Did you consider, sir, that Solomon's Temple was an AI data center? Maybe the original Solomon's Temple was an AI data center.
Right.
God won't be able to literally pow no more.
What's that thing that they were hunting for in the Raiders of the Lost Ark? The
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant.
That's actually down in Mar-a-Lago, dude. I'm surprised you weren't familiar with that, sir.
That's true. Trump has that. Yeah, I've seen that. If you're Trump, you would expect that. Yeah.
Dude, look at this mess of data centers, dude.
What could go wrong? Yeah.
That's a lot in Texas.
Fuck
it's
yeah,
probably a data center.
Cities of data centers. That's what I said. I think it's Abilene. They got like 5 different of the Silicon Valley different companies.
Hey, wait. They have that many data centers and they still can't fucking get AI to give you a fucking decent answer.
Or catch criminals. Yeah.
Or do anything productive, dude. There's a franchise of pizza and some fast food news relative to the topic. There's a number of franchise owners of the Pizza Hut Corporation chains that are suing their parent corporate company, Pizza the Hut, that is, because the AI they've been forced to implement in their computer programs and software at each restaurant has made delivery slower and cost them a lot more money. So they're suing the parent company over it.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
I like it, dude. I think it's a strong move.
Hey, I'll tell you what. These fucking red dots, Tim Hortons can get my order right more often than fucking AI can give me the right answer.
Yeah, they should turn every Tim Horton into an AI.
If you love them so much, why don't you move over there? No, I'm just teasing.
I didn't say I love them. I just said they can get their fucking correct answer more often than fucking AI can. And then they don't ever get that fucking shit.
Why don't you go get your pizza from the Ganges River area?
Well, I got a clip here of the potential relations of the new Solomon's Temple here, the third temple in the new West Wing Ballroom.
People are saying that Donald Trump is building a replica of Solomon's Temple disguised as a ballroom in Washington, D.C. Let's take a look. To the right of me is what they say Donald Trump's ballroom is going to look like. Now, to compare it to somebody who's already made an exact replica just on a massive scale, we look over here at a church in Brazil, and a billionaire pastor created this $300 million replica of Solomon's Temple as a church. So I guess the first similarity that people are going to notice is the cost that it's taken to build Donald Trump's ballroom and the cost that it took to build this church's replica, which were both $300 million. The obvious difference is the steps leading up to Trump's ballroom, and this church replica has no steps, but that doesn't necessarily qualify it or disqualify it. On my left is a 3D version of Donald Trump's floor plan, and on my right is a 3D version of what somebody says Solomon's Temple would have looked like. On the left-hand side is a blueprint of Donald Trump's ballroom, and on the right-hand side is a blueprint of Solomon's Temple. So can you find similarities? Absolutely. Is it weird? Extremely. But when it comes to end times, biblical prophecy, does it hold weight? Absolutely not. It doesn't matter how many...
Well, there's an example of some of the similarities. It does seem to be a similar shaped structure and similar size structure.
Hey, you know where you find the first one, right?
The first Solomon's Temple, dude?
Hattusa. The where they had that big fucking green stone in the middle of the fucking Hattusa. Did that?
Spell that for me?
The Hattusa.
He's talking about that green stone he always talks about.
So that.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember
Yeah, I
that.
love that stone. Yeah, please pull up a picture of that. Yeah.
There we go.
Whenever I see you, I think of that stone, Jonah. Yeah.
I remember it now. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that the dimensions of that temple are the same dimensions that are in the fucking biblical text. Now, what they do to fuck with you is you have to actually change it from imperial measurements to fucking imperial and metric because they can kind of fuck with it. But the temple done it before, so it's laid out.
The conversion now, huh? This is the Great Temple Inner City. This is what we're
yeah.
here.
So the remains line up with the same. So the numbers on it, I looked it up before. The numbers line up.
So it looks like this is the last stronghold of the Hittites, huh?
And the other thing
the
is,
bloody Hittites.
No one ever stole that goddamn stone from that fucking place.
Who did?
Like that big green stone that's in the middle there, fucking. That no one's ever taken that. You know.
Oh, the Emerald Stone?
Yeah. That thing.
No one dares. No one dares.
It in fucking so 1200 BCE, the kind of when they say it fell plus. So you're talking 3,500 years. Not one single person that's conquered Turkey has ever fucking picked that up and walked away with it.
That's interesting. I was about to ask you how much it weighs. Allegedly 2,200 pounds.
So a ton.
Yeah,
impressive.
And the gallery is the only like it's just a bunch of other pictures of it, right? Like goddamn. So I think I personally
what's the
think
current interpretation of this? Go ahead, sir. What were you saying?
I was gonna say I personally think that's based on the color, I think it's a representation of Jupiter, and then I personally think that these Saturnists or whatever, they want you to think that they're worshiping Saturn, but they're actually worshiping Jupiter in the esoteric, because Jupiter is actually so large that it fucks with Saturn's orbit like once every so often, and then it also fucks with the Earth's orbit. They call it the three planet problem.
Perturbance.
Well, what's the relations of something like that with like the lore around the Emerald Tablets of Thoth?
I haven't come into anything directly with that.
Green crystal.
It's just a symbol. They're not actually real. The Emerald Tablets.
Fuck you, they aren't. The Masons told me they're real.
That's what I would guess.
Third degree, and you have to be selected to be able.
There is a giant emerald tablet they found somewhere, but as far as Hermes and all that, it's a mythology. Yeah, there is a giant
compact and cryptic text traditionally attributed to the legendary Hellenistic figure Hermes Trismegistus.
Yeah.
It's the Mason's version of Jesus.
I was about to say he's a major figure in Masonry, isn't he, Clint?
No, is it just coincidence that he has Jesus in his name? Now let's get back to Goldie Hawn's tits and foul play.
Also in history, we're taught it's where these two main civilizations came together.
I know. I've always thought this is an interesting character here. I like what you're saying there, Todd. I've always thought it's an interesting character. It's a lot of these old tales of biblical origins and whatnot, they do seem to coagulate around this topic of Hermes Trismegistus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Greek and Egyptian.
Right.
It's like they said that the from Mercury, and then Scorpio, and then
Tara liked my segue.
Tara liked your segue. Yeah.
She said, "Oh yeah, the movie fucking review."
Love your segue.
Yeah, but no, I do think.
Can we show that green rock again? Yeah.
Interpretive communication was combined with Thoth, right? Like you're saying, the combination of the Greek and the Egyptian which is what we see in the Bible. I mean, this is the old land and the that's why we see it in ancient Greek, right?
Upper Nile and the Lower Nile, and
yeah. And we see that this is also supposed to be described to Amenhotep, right?
Yeah, but Amenhotep though is a deified rank. It's like even
right.
like what's his name?
Kind of like Moses is king, right? Or that's why we see Thutmoses, right?
Yeah,
Moses is a relative of the pharaoh. Yeah.
It's like
I think that's all it means, right? Yeah, so that's why we see this guy named Amenhotep, but he was born Thutmoses III.
Yeah, like Akhenaten's real name means beneficiary of a 10.
Wasn't this Akhenaten's dad? Am I wrong? His son Amenhotep II, right?
No,
I forget what
Akhenaten is fucking Barry Toro's fucking clone or daddy.
There's certainly a strange similarity between the family of Akhenaten and the family of Barry Soetoro, for sure.
They say George Bush, the Bush family, is related to the ancient pharaohs.
George Bush will never do that, sir. George Bush is great. He's a great man. And I saw that
book traces
George Bush was an amazing pilot.
Oh, here we go. Thutmose the Fourth is the grandfather of Akhenaten. I knew it was the bloodline there. I just didn't know where he fell in there.
You ever seen Ring of Power by Grace Powers? It's
One ring to rule them all, sir.
Yeah, it's a pretty good documentary. It talks about
he's the Tolkien black guy.
My precious.
Well, I think this is interesting because his bloodline falls into not only apparently the namesake of Scotland with his daughter Scotia, but also through his son King Tut there. You know, we also see the other bloodlines that go into the Hittite culture later. I'm sorry, the ancient kingdom of Edessa, my bad. The predecessing or a later culture in the Hittite area after the Hittites, after this guy, we get the kingdom of Edessa in that bloodline.
Yeah.
So Love Tina says she'd love to know her bloodline. I know mine's fucking poutine. French Canadian, baby.
Poutine.
Isn't that great? Isn't that gravy on fries?
This is
cheese curds.
I do have to recognize this is a point in time where I actually do agree with these. It happens upon occasion. You know, there's greater tragedies in the world, but I do agree with our channel. Bush is married to Crowley's daughter.
Thank
he was trying to agree with me, but I'm going to make sure he agrees with me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for reminding us.
It might be inbreeding too, because Bush
might be inbreeding. They love inbreeding, dude. I can say that from looking at my Appalachian family poll. It lacks the requisite branches to be called a tree, sir.
Oh, but on the movie, JJ, if anyone's still interested in the movie out there.
What movie?
Hey, your segue isn't nearly as good as mine.
Which segue?
The one about
I like this diversion, dude. This is a very interesting topic with this greenstone. I do thank you about
definitely.
That, sir, in the site, in the song.
Oh, Jonah's got such a wealth of information about the Hittites that I love listening to him explain.
You know what's really actually interesting?
Let's get back to talking about that Mikado, dude. Mikado, sushi, and steakhouse. It's obviously not the Mikado we're talking about. We're talking about the
Mikado was a delicious Japanese
Mikado
restaurant.
is a badass Brazilian jiu-jitsu family, bro. But MECADO, I think it is. Mikado.
Okay, so they're not Japanese. It sounds like perhaps.
I mean, aren't they the same thing? Brazilian, Japanese. I mean, they kind of look alike.
Well, you're not wrong about that. There are some similar traits, I think.
What about it? JJ, tell us about this Mikado. This play.
I know it's a very popular. It's a very popular opera and involves an executioner. The story of an executioner.
Huh.
Yeah, is that the real fucking opera that they're portraying in that fucking movie? Because that is weird as fuck.
Gotta be the real opera.
Film. This is and then when the Archbishop gets murked by his clone in the beginning sequence of the film, we see him putting on the record of this opera, and when we later see that Dudley Moore, besides being a sex freak, the husband of Tuesday Weld,
he's orchestrating.
He's the orchestra. He's the conductor, right?
Wow.
He's the Epstein of the orchestra.
Well, I mean, it does have some dark elements to it, but I think the thing that stuck out to me the most here was the fact that this was referenced in a Zodiac letter in 1970.
Hey, wait.
420.
Since we're talking about Japan, I just had to remember that fuck RR, because the Jesuits were responsible for the bombing of fucking Nagasaki. Because your dumbass thinks that Nagasaki was a valid target in any fucking reason. Go fuck yourself. You even proved my point by saying that one of their churches was destroyed. But beyond that, there was no reason for the second bomb to be dropped, and they detoured to hit Nagasaki, which was Portuguese Nagasaki, which was a Jesuit province. You dumb fuck. I hope you understand now. But go ahead and throw something in the comment again.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
Jonah's the moderator tonight in the chat. Just tease him.
Get him. Put him in a body bag, Jonah.
RR can call me a lot of things.
Sure.
I I don't give a
Ooh,
fuck.
Nagasaki's the 33rd, huh? I didn't realize that. That's it.
Oh.
33 parallel, 33rd parallel.
It was a Jesuit province within fucking Japan, and Hirohito family kicked them the fuck out because they're a bunch of fucking human trafficking pieces of shit who fucking worship the dick of Ignatius of Loyola. Fuck all of them.
There you go. We actually had an earlier reference to Ignatius of Loyola. I forget what it was now in the chat.
Hey, did you
I don't know
see?
what
No. Remember last
the
week when I got
premise
kicked
of
off?
them
Did you see
play
the fucking?
Mikado is?
Hey, wait, no, bring up that. I'm gonna bring up that X fucking going back to last week's show, anyways. But
yeah, I can bring that up.
I'm going on a complete tangent here, but
You're going back to the future.
This film was released on July 14th, which is close to the incident there in New Mexico on July 16th, 1944, right? The birth of the nuclear bomb there via the Nazis.
Yeah,
was that 45?
We called Big Boy.
What'd you call me, sir? Oh,
I think that's what
that was July 16, 1945. Yeah, dude, that's the Trinity nuclear test there, dude. The Trinity on the 33rd degree. Oh, great big fat persons. Yeah, dude, this is here at the White Sands there. This is right there where all the Nazis came in there here at when they came in here to America. They came in through the Juarez
no, they came in through the Rockefellers.
Well, yeah, but they came in.
I've
seen some of these I've seen some of the fake passports, sir, from Project Paperclip. Some of my kinfolk I met doing some DNA tests. I still don't know how I'm related to them because I'm not fucking German. But my point there being is they snuck in through Vatican passports under false identities through the war issued at the war.
Oh yeah, that's Pope Pius XII, like the one we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, that's almost exclusively a Project Paperclip operation at the Trinity grounds. I didn't know that was a 33rd degree site in Nagasaki, though. 33rd degree parallel, that is. It's interesting.
A lot of strange stuff on that parallel.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're real, right? Like what we've been sold as nuclear weapons is not real, right? I mean, you can look at.
There's a question there, definitely,
today, dude. Look, Nagasaki looks way better than Gary, Indiana, sir. And
the nuclear bomb helped it. Nuclear bomb helped it. Yeah.
Well, not Gary, Indiana, unless that nuclear bomb's crack.
It don't look like.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They never got.
It don't look like Chernobyl. Don't look like Chernobyl.
Well, that's proof.
If you drive through there, it sure looks worse than Chernobyl and all this other shit. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like. We've been propagandized around some of those topics, but Nagasaki, dude, looks pretty nice today, dude. Way nicer than Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, I wonder if they're using that to threaten people.
Where fucking Clint is.
Well, that's a good point too. It's proof that socialists are worse than nukes.
There you go.
Yeah, one world government kills.
Look at Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, I was up in Detroit getting a passport a few months back, 6-7 months ago now, and that was the closest passport office to Ohio. It was either that or Chicago or New York. I'm like, why do I have to drive so far to go to find a fucking passport office? But I drove to the south side of Detroit. It looks like some shit out of RoboCop. It does.
Yeah, you wish you had a RoboCop. Yeah, probably by the time you got.
I just drove through there.
RoboCop was Detroit, bro.
What's that?
RoboCop was Detroit, bro.
It looks just as bad, if not worse, today, man. That's what I'm saying. It's an accurate depiction of Detroit.
Yeah.
Anyways, JJ, if you can bring up the screen, I'm gonna go back to last week's show over there real quick, right?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Because this is just the overhead for fucking that Centralia, PA. Which the fucking shit was based on, right? So you got fucking, if you look here in the center of the screen, you have the St. Ignatius Cemetery, you have the fucking Oddfellow Cemetery right across the way. And then you have, what the fuck's this shit doing now?
St. Ignatius.
And then let's go ahead. I'm just going to drop a fucking street view over here.
Drop it.
Yeah, they have St. Ignatius, fucking, let's see how fucking trashed out this fucking shit is. Even though no one can drive down there, I'm going to do this in real time. Fuck this piece of shit place. Fuck Ignatius. But my shit's slow as fuck. Goddamn Google. There we go. Now it's slowly. Look at this fucking. Look at how clean and represented this shit is. But fuck this place, anyways. No, this is that where the fucking Chevy Chase built the based the entire last movie on, right? So, but I think it's really fucking odd that if you zoom out again too, you have fucking what are the like this place full cemetery, St. Ignatius Cemetery, and I think up if you go up like this here a little bit, there's another fucking weird fucking Catholic fucking tie-in. But it's just weird as fuck, right? Oh, they have the fire station now. Oh, there you go. Some Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary too. So all the shit around there is all this weird Catholic shit. But the whole fucking thing
I didn't realize that, dude. I mean, I realized the
nonstop.
Catholics had a good stronghold in Pennsylvania. That was one of the first colonies to let them into America, Maryland and Pennsylvania. Those fucking proto hippie Quakers.
Yeah. And like this entire fucking town shut down to everyone in general public, and you can still drop a pin on those fucking cemeteries, these Catholic cemeteries, right?
Yeah.
RR says this is blasphemy.
It probably is. It's reaching in portions.
I know he does, but I'm just
That's
saying,
not blasphemy. Otherwise, all the priests in the religion wouldn't do it.
Old crabby people are getting slightly irritated. Yeah. Somewhere.
Hey, like I said, I'm confirmed. I can talk all the shit I want as long as that's for last rites. I'm good. That's what they teach you.
As long as you repent, right?
Or maybe my descendants want to make Peter penance. I mean, like maybe my descendants want to pay for me to get out of purgatory so I can go to God because I wasn't good enough. Get the fuck out of here.
His head's in his bet.
For sure, dude. You got to leave open some options here. I've got a question for Clint here, Clint.
What's that? Oh,
tell us how you got started being a witch doctor, sir.
Are you a witch doctor this evening?
That's a different thing.
Wait. Todd's the witch doctor.
Todd's a wizard for sure, man.
I have went as a witch doctor on a Halloween or two, possibly. I have dressed up as a witch doctor on a Halloween or two.
You mean
Yeah, dude. I've never dabbled in that myself, but what I have dabbled
I
in
never dabbled in that, but witch
esoteric
doctor.
nature of these things, like the Zodiac letter, right? So in reference to the Mikado, he literally, the Zodiac letter literally quotes the Mikado here. This is this willow, tit willow, not Goldie Hawn tit willow, bud. Other tit willows.
Man,
yeah, what's
like,
a tit willow?
Her shit stayed in place.
Japanese out in the audience.
I'm not gonna lie. Fuck, I was impressed. I didn't. I've never really paid attention to Goldie Hawn. I was like, God damn, she's got some nice tits on her.
Suddenly you're a Goldie Hawn fan.
Let's take it down a notch.
I didn't know she looked like that was the last girl.
I'm not a fan of blondes or blue eyes, but I mean, like, she had a nice set of tits on her, bro.
Yeah, they weren't.
Especially when you look at some of the other fucking bitches that they pushed on us back in the day, like the Sophia Loren. Fuck that dirty fucking Indago. But I mean, like Farrah Fawcett. She had these big fucking floppy hangers and shit. Well, maybe I'm talking too openly about this here.
No, so you're making note that Goldie Hawn was sold as a sex symbol right then too. Goldie Hawn would go on to come out with another movie with Kurt Russell, that one where they
Overboard, bro.
Overboard. Yeah. Which
they used to summer up here all the time.
This is my favorite Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, she's excellent in Goldie Hawn. This one, but which one is it? What is it?
Bird on a Wire.
I don't remember that.
Oh well,
so long ago.
That's Mel Gibson and Goldie Hawn, bro. She shows her ass a bunch, and then they keep blowing the fucking. That's all I remember about that movie. They keep
I was 10,
like
dude,
the fucking
so
Marilyn
that's all I remember.
Oh, you gotta see it. Her asses. She shows it a lot. You gotta see it.
Well, as a 10-year-old, dude, it's pretty amazing. But I'm
putting out her acting talents, bro. Is her body?
Well, that's what got her. That's obviously what got her casting. No, she's actually a pretty good actress. I can't really diminish her for that. So I do like some of her films. She plays some good roles. But this is interesting because old Mel Gibson does some more of that drug trafficking here, America style. But this time he's involved with a crooked DEA agent and goes into the witness protection program. That's his girlfriend, Goldie Hawn.
Okay, yeah, that looks like a good one. Full of stuff.
It's worth a review for sure.
Mel
Gibson likes to highlight all that Air America stuff, doesn't he?
Apocalypto or whatever, The Passion of the Christ, like fucking Mel Gibson.
Different films, sir. Yeah, I remember
I
Tiny
mean,
Tim. I
RR's
was
a
just
huge
reading something
fan
about
of
Tiny
fucking
Tim the other
Passion of
day,
the
actually.
Christ.
What's that, sir?
RR's a huge fan of the Passion of the Christ. I know that.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, he
I've never
doesn't
seen
he
it.
doesn't drool over Goldie Hawn's boobs, dude. He drools over Passion of the Christ, dude. He's like, give me some of that Caviezel, dude.
I have to mention about this movie though. You know, I love this movie because I love Alfred Hitchcock movies. All
Oh,
those
it does have that
Rear
kind of element,
Window.
doesn't
It's totally Hitchcockian,
I would agree with you on that.
and it's got the pacing and the bad guys. They keep the bad guys to about three of them, so you can remember them like they used to do in the older movies with Peter Lorre and
Sure.
these different, classic bad guys. When Bogart was like this detective, it's that detective thing. The movie was a play off of Hitchcock movies, obviously, some of those different parts. But love this movie. They remind. She's running from him. Nobody believes it's kind of like a hip. She passes out. Hitchcock does those pass out scenes all the time. The guy has this episode like in Rear Window or not Rear Window, but the other one where he's got a fear of heights. Vertigo.
Oh, the birds.
Vertigo.
Oh shit!
He passes out because he's too high. Whoa! She passed out when she sees the bad guy in the movie. It's like a Hitchcockian ripped right off of it. Great movie overall. If you haven't seen this movie, go see it. One other thing I want to mention before it's out. Chevy Chase asked Goldie Hawn, let's smoke some pot. Now that you've recovered from your thing, you want to smoke some pot? And she's like, no, I don't smoke pot. And he goes, oh, really? Drug cops have the best drugs. We have the best drugs. So another reveal, like a truth reveal back then, especially in California. And so she turns it down. So he's like, yeah, I don't want to use it tonight either. But obviously he's a pothead. The whole cast of Saturday Night Live while they're making this movie, when they're hard on drugs, they're all on drugs. So let's all remember that. The drug war is in full swing. This is propaganda. Even this movie's propaganda. I think the biggest propaganda moment in the movie is the assassination scene. People are trying to assassinate the Pope. They were bringing in the terrorists.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to point out, but I'll let Todd finish.
They were bringing in the terrorist thing. This is where punk bands were against rebelling against the man. Suddenly they started singing songs about terrorism. That's when you know that suddenly that maybe that's not just an independent punk band.
Now, I wanted to jump in here too. Again, I'm gonna say fuck RR, the Roman Catholic in the channel.
Fuck him. Fuck all his Muppets of Langley.
I think the one truest scene in the movie is when they shoot the dude, he fucking hanging from the ship. Again, tying this into the Templars, right? The ships and the dude gets hung upside down like the fucking hanging man, the tarot card. But the whole fucking audience is just sitting there all quiet. And what does the Pope do?
He loves it.
He loves it, dude. Yeah, he's all about it.
People are dying. People are being shot. He's like, it's a beautiful thing. God loves us.
And they tell him to re-raise the curtain back up, right? Because they're like, no, they love it.
Yeah. But once the Pope starts clapping for the dead people, everyone in the fucking audience is like, oh, I guess we gotta get into that too.
Pretty much.
That's the truest movie. That's the truest scene in the movie.
Pretty much.
I don't disagree, sir. That is.
I love this. More blood.
Yeah, I was saying it definitely sticks out, even in the 20 minutes so sequence we get for the chase sequence at the end. Like it does crescendo to that moment.
And I also want to point out too, as someone who was raised Roman Catholic, not only does that tie into the fucking Knights Templar with the ship, and then you have the hanging man of the tarot, but if you actually even pay attention to the story of St. Peter, according to the Catholic Church, he was killed in Nero's circle, which is the location of St. Peter's Basilica today, and he was hung upside down as the inversion of Christ.
And parts of the play also, I gotta say, the ones they do show from the play Mikado, there's a sorceress, there's a priestess that's cursing, there's like a demonic female element that comes in and tells everybody she's under their control.
Hey, why the fuck did you add the demonic in front of female?
I don't know.
I mean, it's
Met
just
Your
female.
Mom.
The devil.
It's just female.
Because Led Zeppelin
Devil,
song,
dude. This
the
screenwriter,
soul of a woman
this
was
screenwriter-
created below. Eve has that reputation, right?
Devil's
know that song, sir.
plaything.
Created
But
from
this
Adam's
guy's
rib.
interesting, dude, because he's deeply. I mean, he's got an interesting backstory. The writer and director of this film,
And
after
his name's Colin?
graduating, after graduating, he went to work for a wealthy family in L.A. as a part-time chauffeur and pool cleaner, dude. Okay,
I saw that. I'm like, oh my god!
That means he was the fucking kept man for the housewife.
Well, exactly. Well, or the house husband, dude. One of the two.
That too.
This guy did die of AIDS, right?
You know, he goes from making this movie to pool cleaner with a nice pad in the back.
Yeah, dude. Well, then he goes and makes. He does Harold and Maude, dude. He meets Cocaine Bob Evans and makes Harold and Maude, dude, which is a.
Oh, I know that Harold Maude.
Oh shit! I think that was Harold and Kumar.
So
Harold Maude got a white guy.
I saw that. I was like, that's kind of odd that he went from this to Harold and Kumar. Like he had some time off, bro. Sorry, I read that wrong. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a fucking retarded.
Yeah, but you know Harold Maude.
Go ahead, sir.
You know Harold Maude. It's like you said, JJ. It's this weird. It's like a Frankfurt school. Let's pick the oldest, ugliest lady you ever saw and team them up.
Right? Who hooks up with a teenage, like a young
A teenage boy that's barely over the age.
80% of dudes would have fucked an ugly old 80-year-old at fucking 14.
And that's the script,
on the
though.
Nazi death camp survivor genre of women, there, sir. But
hey, I'm just saying. I just said 80% of guys we know would have did it. There's about 20 who wouldn't have. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I know like 80% of the guys I've met would have fucked that 80-year-old woman if they had a chance, just to get one off. I wouldn't have because I have fucking trauma. But I mean, I know 80% of guys I know would have.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that one, sir. And answer that question. Too many borders. Too many borders.
I'm
blue avians.
I lost it. I lost it. Whatever. You know, Clint Eastwood. No, I'm not going to do that. Bobcat Goldthwait, Joe. No, that was the other guy. Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay. Loved Andrew Dice Clay. We need more Andrew Dice Clays. Yo, hey.
Phineas Taylor Barnum. I don't know who Phineas Taylor Barnum is that Ellie was just talking about. Phineas Taylor Barnum. Oh, Barnum and Bailey's. Okay. And PT. All right. Well, there we go. Didn't know that was his name.
Oh, man. I was tracking down.
Oh, Taylor. I thought he said Sailor, like Sailor Moon, like fucking little anime weirdo shit.
No, she's talking about the Oddfellow Cemetery. I missed that part though.
No. The Oddfellow Cemetery was in Centralia, PA, right across from fucking the St. Ignatius is what she's getting at. So Ellie, the reason I brought that up, that city's been closed to the public since the 1960s because the coal mines are on fire. No one can even drive there. If you drive to the street view there, it's just like abandoned. The trees aren't taken care of, the grass isn't taken care of, all the buildings are falling over. Yeah, you can still see those three fucking cemeteries, which are all fucking Roman Catholic shit. Sorry, 2 Roman Catholic and 1 Oddfellows.
I haven't driven to that town, but everything, since I've learned about it there from you, and I see it now in that, Nothing But Trouble film is based on it, obviously, right? Like it's a weird
I want to see it.
And Chattahoochee, I'm getting at the point that there's nothing else marked in that fucking town. Now they have the fire department there, but there's nothing else there. Like it's
weird. I know there's not even really a population there, dude.
There's no population from what allegedly you can't get it within a certain distance because the fucking armed forces are there keeping it shut because of the fucking coal fires.
That one horror movie is based on.
They call it a near ghost town. They don't call it a full ghost town, but I think there's like a very limited population there. Maybe they keep the lights on.
Yeah,
they gotta keep those fires going so they can fucking keep everyone else away.
Yeah, it went from 1,000 residents in 1980 to 5 residents in 2020, dude. That's wild, dude.
Yeah, I can't think of that video game and the horror movie that's based on that place too.
One of the coolest things on YouTube. One of the coolest things on YouTube are these urban explorers that go through that area. You can look up tons of videos.
Robert Morris, that's a good name.
They do. They would go through Centralia. It's crazy. Insane.
Steven Gerrard, that's a huge name too, man.
Well, that's interesting.
In regards to mounds, if Robert Morris, the Society of Cincinnati member and founding father, founded this area, there's most certainly some mounds there.
Yeah.
That's interesting that he went bankrupt. What if they made him go bankrupt on purpose?
Well, I think Morris was there's a number of guys that went bankrupt on purpose. They threw another founding father in debtor's prison.
Yeah,
there was they were financing the war effort for the Americans.
Or Heim.
What the fuck? I don't know Heim.
There was a huge Heim Solomon.
Heim Solomon.
It's DHAIM.
Sounds familiar.
I'm thinking of it's one of George Washington's associates. Will come back to me in a second. He's a founding father, but he was thrown in debtor's prison too. So these guys who were financing the American war effort seemingly got thrown into debtor's prisons afterwards when they were broke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Heim Solomon, CHAIM.
We don't talk about those stories a lot in American history, but it certainly it seems like a very relevant conversation to have. This
and then there was also Sway's Rebellion or whatever, right?
Shays Rebellion, yeah, Shays Rebellion. But even those stories are told wrong, dude. The Whiskey Rebellion is obviously propaganda.
Oh, Heim Solomon died on January 6th, 1785, bro.
Most tragic day in our nation's history, dude. January 6th.
Yep. Should have been there. Where were you when the tires were falling? What did you do?
So, yeah, he's another one of these guys, right? Yeah, $20,000 loan.
Yeah, he's a Sephardic Jew. He's like one of the biggest backers of the Revolutionary War, and he lost all his money.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, there was a couple of those guys. Yeah, despite donating his entire fortune to the Continental Army. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. There's a lot of propaganda around the fact that we even won that war, dude. Including America won that war, in my opinion. Especially when you see DC getting burned down in 1812.
Yeah.
Hey, that was the Canadians, bro. That's what they tell us.
Well,
we didn't have fucking Dominion until fucking 1867, but we burned down the fucking White House in 1812.
Yeah, it was definitely the British by way of Canada, their province in Canada, right?
I think it is technically Upper Canada or Lower Canada, one of them, which is still like.
I don't disagree. The Oddfellows, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm open to these ideas of there's obvious examples of Masonic conspiracies and stuff like that, but like, I've seen examples of Oddfellow conspiracies unrelated to the Masons.
Where just the town that's closest to me, Belmont, Ontario. If I'm giving away too much information, come find me. But especially you are.
Come find me, RR.
Come and have a beer with Joe.
Come find me. But anyways, there's an Oddfellows in the town nearest me. But I find it also really interesting that it's the Rebecca Lodge, right, which goes into fucking Jacob and Rebecca. So there's definitely
that's the Rebecca's, that's their sister society, right? The Oddfellow sister.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I just thought it was definitely a very interesting tie-in to the Hebrew side of things versus the Egyptian, and that way.
Okay. Yeah. It sounded like Clint had some input on that. What'd you have there, Clint?
Oh yeah, there's the Job's daughters, Rebecca Lodge, also the there's that diagram.
Yeah,
what the fuck is Job? It's Job's daughter, bro.
Steve Jobs' daughter, right?
Oh no, let's be honest. It's not Job either, because they don't have a fucking J in their alphabet. It'd be Yob or some shit like that.
Yoba.
Yobi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, that's interesting. I've never heard that story about Daniel Boone, the Society of Cincinnati member, but I'll definitely check that out. Thank you, ma'am.
Hey, Pancho Villa was a Bolshevik.
Was he? Okay.
What about Zapata? I think it was Pancho Villa, but anyways, the first Bolshevik revolution was in Mexico in 1916 before the Russia one.
Yikes!
I forget which guy was over there down in Mexico.
Why does this individual think we all have criminal histories, dude? First of all, I'm a cop. No, I was. I'm retired, obviously, but
Well,
I do not
usually
have
they're
any
backgrounds,
criminal
they're
record
posted on all
within
this
the
stuff.
borders of Canada, so fuck off.
right.
Guys are
Yeah,
all
fuck off.
criminals.
What is that? What are these
I might have a
accusations about
shit ton of
criminals?
misdemeanors, but I mean they're all outside Canada, so fuck you.
9/11, an inside
point.
job. How dare you?
How dare you, sir? How dare
I
you?
just pled them all out so I didn't have to return and fucking go to court.
Is that when that was directly with the Queen's Commission? How does that work up there?
No, I pled them out in American courts.
Oh, American courts.
I hired a judge,
they're
I
paying
hired
off
a
the
lawyer, and
Canadian
then just
court.
to fucking go back to the country. Goddamn, why the fuck am I gonna go back just so they can either put? No, I'll plead guilty. Give me a fine. Fuck off. I'm not coming back. That was in the '90s before 9/11, right?
Right. All right.
Right.
That's the free times, my friend. You can't be doing that stuff around here no more. You get banned.
Dude, I fucking went across the border without I went with a fucking laminated fucking photo ID on a fucking Greyhound and then come back for almost 2
Let
years.
you right
Like,
in,
get the
huh?
fuck out. Like, try doing that these days, bro. Trying to get like, oh yeah, no, where are you gonna be staying? No, I'm just going to fucking,
No,
come on,
not a chance.
yeah.
So this is interesting. The Scarface fellow. Well, before I get too far away from
Silent,
all
I
this,
agree with you. Most Canadians are soft bitches and a bunch of hermaphrodite fucking little faggots.
yeah, well, I don't know about that. Most of them are hermaphrodites. You had me till the hermaphrodite claim, sir. I imagine there's probably
No,
some.
when I say hermaphrodite, that means
Looking
you're a
for
male and you're
love
acting
in
like a
all
female,
the
so
wrong
you're fucking
places.
Well, we see that there was, in reference to some of this more of occultism stuff that I was just reading there before about, the whole the green tablet situation with Lovecraft.
Yeah.
We see one of the actors, that Scarface fellow's in a Lovecraft film here.
Which one?
The guy that played the assassin.
Todd's like, fuck that. I have the real book right here behind me.
About 3 of them or 4 of them, yeah, Necronomicons. But the guy with the scar. The guy with the scar. The scar guy. Necronomicon. I don't remember a movie called Necronomicon specifically.
Yeah, I've never heard of this either, bud. But it seems kind of interesting to at least maybe do a review of in the future.
I'd love to. Yeah, there's only a few Lovecraft movies over space. Over the space of time in Hollywood. Now there's a glut of them, but back in the day there was only a handful.
Sure.
Usually the Lovecraft movies are pretty bad. That's why.
They're really bad.
Right.
The Dunwich horror might be the 1968 early one.
Bad. Andy Dick. Oops, I mean it's Philip K. Dick, but they're both the same.
A couple dicks.
Yeah, either dick movies are fucking bad.
Possibly related.
You tell me, "In the Army Now" didn't win any Oscars, did with Pauly Shore and Andy Dick? This one seems like it's at least of some production value, maybe.
Isn't that one an anime one?
Man.
No, it seems to be real life.
Because it's all Japanese names. I think
what year is it?
1993,
dude. We got starring Jeffrey Combs.
I love Jeffrey Combs. Boom.
Oh, never mind. I just saw the Japanese name.
Yeah, he's Reanimator. He's the star. He plays the main character in Reanimator.
What's that?
Classic.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, Reanimator is one of the best Lovecrafts. That's the first one that's kind of a horrible.
So he's done
more. Classic.
So he's done more than one fucking.
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs is who they pull out in all them B Lovecraft movies that held any weight back in the day. Reanimator is fantastic.
You all know a lot about this subject. I don't.
Let's just do Reanimator. That'll blow your mind. That one right there. For a low budget Lovecraft movie, they hit it. Boom. Yep. Not that Lovecraft would write anything about it, but Lovecraft encouraged anybody to write a story in the mythos. You can make anything off it. But if you stayed true to the elements.
Of his concept of Cthulhu and all the Satanists, the Thelemites who love Cthulhu, like Aquino and gang.
Yeah, that's interesting. The Typhonian orders. I picked up on that Kenneth Grant thing a long time ago, but I didn't realize kind of the criminal side of it back then.
I don't understand what their obsession is with, and it seems like I'm starting to think that there's a lot of different concepts of Cthulhu, like Baphomet. Right? There's not just one Baphomet concept. There's varying
It's like Cthulhu is like a Gorgon.
Baphomet's
We're back to the Gorgons, huh?
that male female weird.
Now you're talking my language. Well, we see a lot of these Gorgons represented in the artwork of the ancient past, not just Medusa. I'm about to say Methuselah, but
all sorts of demons and ghouls and
demon shit, dude.
Cthulhu's a water creature. He's a water. In Lovecraft stories, these aren't demons or whatever. They're gods. They're like ancient gods. You know.
Clint, have you got Eminem for your movie yet?
No, but I got Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
Clint
there you go. How much money can we raise? How much money can we raise?
Movie. Come fucking up.
Corey Feldman, where are you? Yeah. Let's get Corey Feldman as Cthulhu. He'll play Cthulhu. Comes out with a bunch of tentacles coming off his face.
Just make it with that AI already. And say it's really them.
There you go. We got $1 million hit right there.
We got $5.
$1 million is only worth $5 nowadays, though. So.
Oh shit. All right, gents. Well, I do thank you all for joining me here tonight to get a little GCD. Do you want to bring this thing in for a landing here? And any closing comments or commentary on Goldie Hawn's boobs, Flying Dwarfs, or Chevy Chase? Or
like I say, I thought there was a shit ton of I thought there was a shit ton of the inverted version of the telling of the Genesis story throughout the whole movie.
I like that too, for sure. Yeah.
At least through I know how bizarre he's giving, like, oh, he's talking, and like I'm talking about the common knowledge one that everyone that upside to understand it's not the real text that's been.
This would please 37 Masons, yeah.
But I'm going with what is the common text that most people refer to. So having said that. Yeah, no, I really do think that this one was a huge. Again, bringing her out is the Eve and the tie-in with Clint always wants to push the Luciferian aspect of the Masonic their bullshit, where like the serpent is fucking trying to take her, or like that. I thought there was a tie in that way where the serpent's trying to eat the cookie, but then watches as the cigarettes burn because he's trying to steal it for her, and then fucking just starts chuckling or laughing. Anyways, other than that, fuck Todd. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Jonah. Thank you. I'll see you at work tomorrow. I'll see you over at work tomorrow.
Well, I got a word for the audience. The dude thinks we're all criminals or something. JJ's already done background checks on all
We're all criminals, yeah.
I don't know where this started. I haven't been. Yeah, I wasn't tracking it. Dude. There's a lot of criminal conversations. It was kind of cracking me up. I'm like, how are we?
Well, my wife does work for the FBI, but
flaws or some shit.
Could be construed as criminal. I'm not sure.
I know my flaws. I admit to them all the time. Obviously, you're not listening, and I talk shit because I have fucking fun with life, and you're uptight.
You gotta have fun with life, dude.
Well, you better. God, that's all you got. That's all you got up there in Canada.
Laugh and cry.
America. You got more than we got down here in America. We ain't even got humor down here.
We try.
We try though.
We're bringing it back.
Anyway, Marilyn Manson. What's going on with Marilyn Manson?
Oh, Marilyn Manson is just a deep dive. We could do like a show on Marilyn Manson that would just be nuts. Just all the crazy stuff, connections to him, but
his
story.
Hey, JJ, you can't work
head of the Church of Satan. They made him head of the Church of Satan too. Isn't he the official?
Odd role for the son of a major who was the U.S. Army intelligence officer.
Yeah, that's weird. Why would he be the chosen one? But
he got discovered by Trent Reznor, Mr. Genesis Peorich.
I saw this guy. He looked whack nut.
Head like a hole. I
said that's
soul.
the guy.
Like a hole. He wants your soul, sir. That's what he's after. The devil's after.
JJ, thank you for inviting us on all the time. I love the movie reviews. Think you got the best show going right now on the internet. Everybody, please push JJ show.
Hey,
Go
these
over
are
to
great.
Clint's
We give
show.
good
Go over to
information and have
Clint's
fucking
show.
fun. And anyone who's complaining, they need to fucking lighten up and stop taking dick.
Go over to Clint's show, all you people that don't mind a looser show, and see JJ over there. Love JJ on Clint's show. That's always fun.
Well,
Thank
I
you,
think,
JJ.
sir, you'll be
Always
joining me
putting
on
these
Friday,
great shows
right?
on. Be on here Friday, man. I'm going to bring my best.
Oh,
Who knows
I'm coming in
what
hard,
guy I'm
bro.
bringing.
I'm gonna fucking interrupt that shit. I'm co-hosting.
Interrupt.
No.
Even when I'm
bringing
singing
my
your
guitar.
You're
favorite,
welcome on down, Jonah. Phil and
Okay, I'll
Sabrina
come
will be joining us
I'll
as
come
well,
out.
so we'll have quite a round table.
even when I'm singing your favorite fucking song, you're going to interrupt it.
Hey,
Jeez,
wait,
you're
I did tell you. I found it truly impressive that the theme song for this movie tonight was actually sung by your
and
favorite
I'm
musician.
ready to take a chance again. Ready to build my whole life along with you. You get what you get when you go for it. And take a chance and you never know.
Hey, wait. Were
And
you
I'm
even in the
ready
military,
to take
JJ?
a chance again
Were you even in
for
the military?
you.
Memory Todd.
Whereas I even in the military, yeah, I'm making that up. That's a fake story.
I mean, I got pictures of you
At
with fucking
Copa,
Fiddler fucking
Where did these
T-shirt.
accusations come
Cabana.
from? What kind of Muppet are you, sir? Not you, but this Muppet in the chat. What kind of Muppet are
Hardest
you, sir?
spot north of Savannah. At the Copa Cabana.
That's got a photographic memory.
That was a weird segue into the Copacabana song, sir.
Music and passion are always a
Hey,
passion.
Copacabana, is
No,
that
I
the
just love all you guys.
fucking horrible movie?
Love the audience, love the chat too. Thank you for hanging out and putting up with.
I hate you though, Todd.
I know, and I'll see you at work tomorrow. No, I love you, sir.
PF Chang's. Let's see it work.
PF Chang's.
No,
Lunch.
fuck you. I know work PF Chang.
No, go check out that movie.
Hey,
Keep
wait,
following
Todd, you got a
JJ's show.
request. Still loving you, please.
I'm still loving you.
Well,
Is that Ellie? Is that Ellie?
Before we take us out here, Todd, Clint, did you have any closing thoughts or what are we talking about here? Goldie Hawn's tits? What are we talking about here? Go foul play.
Hey, wait, Canadian Bacon was a great John Candy movie.
Yeah, it's pretty
I know she's talking about like the bacon, but
Yeah,
that was a
that's
great
talking about
John
real
Candy
bacon.
movie. The War of America and Canada over fucking beer at a hockey game in Niagara Falls.
I can appreciate that film. It's very fat candy, but I can wait.
I'd rather watch that one where
Fucking
the
Danny DeVito's ugly ass fucking wife. What's her name? Perlman.
Oh yeah, Rhea Perlman. She wasn't that.
I'd rather watch Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh,
Oh,
straight
Take off
fucking amazing.
to the great
Let's
white
do a
north.
straight
You take
breakdown,
off. The beauty when you go. You take off to the great white north. Horrible song by Rush.
A straight
Probably the end of their career.
great.
That was Rush.
That was Rush. They had a low point in their career. You take off to the great white north. Take off. It's a
And then we
beauty
got that
when you
horrible song,
go.
YYZ.
Take off.
Probably
Great
the worst
white
contribution
north.
of Canada's efforts is the band Rush.
Was the end of Rush's career too.
I might be a little bit biased because of an individual claiming to be the lead singer of Rush carrying a photo book of the lead singer of Rush and him trying to
Geddy
sex
Lee.
traffic me when I was 17. So
He's a
Oh,
Getty,
man.
bro. He's a
Might be
Getty.
biased. He was. He said he was Geddy Lee's cousin, dude. He claimed to be. He had pictures of him and Geddy Lee. Lots of them.
Crazy.
Weird.
Or is this some other long-haired, ugly-ass Canadian?
There's a lot of Canadians I
he was
love,
a
though.
blonde-haired fella with spiked. He had a spiked hair, blonde hair, and his name was.
Or was he wearing the Canadian tuxedo, bro?
Nah, he was a Delta Airlines steward, so he had his uniform.
You know what the Canadian tuxedo is, though, right?
Yeah, sure, dude. I own a couple. I've owned a couple of
Okay,
Canadian
okay.
tuxedos in my time. Little
Okay,
jean
okay.
jacket, little jeans and jean jacket combo. Maybe even a tuxedo T-shirt underneath, a little.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have any
wait.
closing
One
thoughts.
last thing before we go. Bringing up Goldie Hawn's tits again. I did say that Kurt Russell was coming after me, but once I turned off my camera, I seemed to be able to stay. So I will apologize to Kurt Russell for speaking
Kurt
of his
Russell
wife's
left the
lovely
fucking.
tits.
You made Kurt Russell leave the leave the show. Yeah.
I mean, they are very lovely before he got married to her, at least. So, I mean, that was even before Kate Hudson was fucking on him.
She doesn't look like a freak show, does she?
I don't know.
No, she seems pretty normal. One of the more normal ones.
Pretty normal, yeah.
Her and Kurt Russell's. I don't know how they escaped the madness.
I feel like I've bumped into her.
They're
before.
still married.
They used to fucking. My ex-fiance was from the same town where they had their fucking River of the Russo, up in Muskoka, where they had like a fucking $20 million.
Is that a real name in Muskoka, dude?
Yeah, Muskoka. That's
Is that a town you're from?
It's all like $20-30 million fucking cottages, like 2 hours north of Toronto.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Beverly Hills of Ontario, huh?
In America, that's where the hillbillies live, Muskoka.
I mean, they look virtually the same. Like this. I mean, she may have gotten some work done to her breast, perhaps. Her breast looks somewhat large there for you, Jonah, in the 220.
Yeah.
Oh, those are disgusting now. Yeah.
Oh, you love them. What are you talking about? I heard you like they made your old women. Harold Maude was something.
I was about to say, dude, Harold Maude go to White Castle, dude.
Because we don't blame you. You had that. You had the Frankfurt Society.
JJ, we got a question for you. Who the hell is Harry?
Oh, dude, Harry's a vampire, dude. I don't. Dude, I don't know who
is Harry out there.
Now there's a child support element to all this, or child abandonment element. I don't know, dude. I have no idea where this topic comes from. But,
yeah,
you know what? I will say one thing: cocaine's a hell of a drug. So, did you have any?
Wait. Harry ain't got no fucking kids. He can't fucking procreate. Vampires can't do sperm.
God bless Operation.
Vampires are infertile. I didn't know that. That's a fun fact.
God bless Operation GCD, JJ.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
Carry on. Godspeed with your mission, sir.
Fuck him up Friday.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait.
There'll be a fucking communist we like.
Thursdays.
Hell yeah.
And Clint, are you streaming here later tonight? Are you guys, you and Todd?
Yeah, me and Todd are going up.
Yep, let's do this.
Over to Clint stream at Third World. No, you're not. Are you YouTube Third World Assassin? I feel like you always change your.
Yeah, he stopped. He stopped with the assassin thing. Is after that Charlie Kirk. It's like no, maybe assassin.
You write that shit harder, bro. You write that shit harder.
I got to link in the show notes here.
Calling yourself an assassin is authentic as fucking Tyler Robinson. I mean, like, let's be honest, that shit didn't happen.
I haven't followed up on the new filings in that case, but it certainly is a shit show.
Oh man, what you have told us, JJ, is about the latest I've heard. So pretty incredible stuff you've been putting down on that. Wow.
I was just talking to other JJ over at Rise of Liberty about that, so we'll probably do a show on that maybe in the future. Talk some more on that.
Definitely.
Put a link to Clint's show in the show notes. I'll join you gents over there here in a bit, but there's nothing else here. Appreciate y'all, for all three of you gents, for joining me here tonight to get a little GCD, and I appreciate you folks of the interwebs for joining me for an occult and esoteric review of Goldie Hawn's tits. I mean, foul play. So, and on that note, watch out for lasers. Peace.
There's thousands of Americans out there. By the way, I've been shot with a laser beam twice.
Ted's down. Ted's down. They got him twice, folks.
Well, that's it. That's the show here, folks. So the next time you're out on the town, visiting your local watering holes, or perhaps just meandering around, and you hear the unmistakable sounds of metal clanking, and you spot signs of a disturbance, but check your six. Look in that garbage can, 'cause you never can tell. The GCDs may be loose in your town.